What's up? What's up? What's up, people? What's goody? What's goody? We in the building. We in the building. JJ Short Deuce, my brother in the building. My brother James is in the building. BVG Trey is in the building. Y'all must have forgot is in the building. Bobby Collins is in the building. D-Boy Dev is in the building. Denzel Horton is in the building. Keith Tucker is in the building. Jonathan 97 is in the building. Arkansas Hogg is in the building. Larry Lopez is in the building. Waya Hunu is in the building. Tito Aranda is in the building. Chris Brooks is in the building. Monty Norman is in the building. Big Block is in the building. Phil is in the building. Jake is in the building. Bucket and Boards is in the building. Karan Bay is in the building. Craig Flowers is in the building. Leto Polo 626 is in the building. David Gonzalez is in the building. Devi Milano Beats is in the building. Gaza Trini is in the building. Ayub Ahmad is in the building. No Name is in the building. Anthony Holden is in the building. SFK Sparks Family Kennels is in the building. Ob Jones is in the building. Kelvin Thornton is in the building. Assad is in the building. Edward Garcia is in the building. Osh is in the building. Dante Russell is in the building. Edric Alexander is in the building. Jamal Mills is in the building. TR, brother TR is in the building. My brother, a stranger. My brother though, a stranger. My brother, a stranger. My brother, a stranger. Coda is in the building. Jamal Robinson is in the building. Larry Lopez is in the building. Armor Bryce Yenike is in the building. Charvis Francisco is in the building. DeMarcus Martin is in the building. Jeff Spark, my brother, Queens, New York, is in the building. Alice Glover is in the building. Lalos G, my brother, is in the building. What's good with you, Lalos? Chevelle Solomon in the building. My brother Lalos is in the building. 3800 Ernesto is in the building. AB is in the building. Southwest Dice is in the building. David Gonzalo is in the building. Emil Andres Jr. is in the building. Jose Ramos is in the building. OG Sean the Don is in the building. True Poet is in the building. Freaking Fire RC is in the building. Director's Cut is in the building. JQ Ordinin is in the building. Samuel Davis is in the building. C Cool is in the building. Dion Griffith is in the building. Terry Nelson II is in the building. Larry Lopez is in the building. Ed Jenkins is in the building. My brother YG Knight is in the building. Ronald H is in the building. MJ Total Health and Wellness is in the building. Big Rodney is in the building. The Queen, Cassandra, is in the building.
Yo.
The Queen, Jackie Hernandez, is in the building. Kennedy Linda is in the building. Larry Lopez is in the building. Montavia Berry is in the building. DV Hustle is in the building. Mr. Big Play Bray is in the building.
Salute.
My brother, my co-host.
Salute.
Ring Rivals with my brother A-Side is in the building.
Salute. Family, how y'all feeling? Oh, Neil, how you feeling?
What's good with you, King?
Man, what's going on, bro? How you feeling,
hold on my mic again.
Larry Lopez, how you doing it to me, man?
My brother A-Side. Light Eyes is in the building. Wrong button. Jay Daniels is in the building. A-Side, my brother, did you drop the link to your channel in the chat?
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Did you drop the link to your channel?
No, I'm about to do it right now. I'm just shouting out the family, so take a second. Boom, there we go. Make sure my charge is in.
So we got an interesting one tonight.
What's going on with you, Blue?
It's gonna be a lot of people big mad at us tonight.
Uh-oh. What we talking about? What we talking about?
Hitters. We gotta tell the hitters. Get ready.
What we talking about, Blue?
The archers. We gotta get the archers ready. Archers.
Yeah. What we talking about, Blue?
Hey, so
Tank
Davis, right, says that he needs 2 Ferraris in order to negotiate with His Excellency Turki Alashiek in Saudi Arabia. Because he said they made him mad.
Man.
So Tavon Dupree, my brother, the real Royal, what's good? So he said that he needs 2 Ferraris to get the party started. And so I was listening to the brothers over at the Boxing Voice this morning.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Brother Blue was up fairly early, up and about, getting the hair cutting things. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I was listening to the brother at the Boxing Voice. And more importantly, I can hear the frustration. And shouts out to the brother Nessa Gibbs. Shouts out to the brother Ringwalk Danny. That's my brother.
Sure.
And so I'm listening to him. And more importantly, they got a lot of patience over there. They got a lot of patience, boy. Because I'm listening to some of these phone calls, and I'm like, what in the world? I mean, holy moly. Holy moly.
What they were talking about, Blue?
People say.
What they were talking about, Blue?
You know, so they was talking about this situation with Tank and His Excellency and essentially what is really what it all boils down to is he ducking? You understand? By making these demands for some Ferraris, right? And Bill Haney had immediately responded, right? And he immediately said that, tell us what color you need. Okay? All you got to do is tell us the color that you need. And we'll send, you ain't have to bother His Excellency. Don't bother His Excellency. Space New York City, Joshua Loden, what's up, family? 8, what's good? Samuel Davis, what's good? Jesse R, CB Diesel, what's up, family? So don't bother His Excellency, right? We gonna send you the money, and we gonna send you the Ferraris.
Yeah, for sure.
All you got to do is tell us what colors you need. Alex Glover said, "Blue never says anybody ducking. It's official." I don't like to say anybody's ducking. Sam with J40, what's up? Because it's a business, and I understand that it's a business. You understand, and I understand that it's a business on all parts, right?
Right.
I completely get it. I completely understand it. You understand what I'm saying? My thing is this: is that Kevin Jackson? What's up, family? Is that at the end of the day, what is it that he's actually looking for? And then Coach Kenny, he sent me a message, and Coach Kenny said, "Blue, I would pay to see Jay Watts." What's good? Gervonta Tank Davis trainer, Coach Kenny. He said, I would pay to see Devin Haney fight. I would pay to see Devin Haney fight Subriel Matias on pay-per-view. He added me. My brother A-Side knows that. If you guys didn't know that, he added me. Jamal Mills, what's up? Yee Hunter, what up, nephew? And so I couldn't respond to him, so I just added him back. And I said, yeah, I would pay to see Devin Haney fight Subriel Matias, but I paid twice as much to watch him fight Gervonta Tank Davis.
Sure.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll pay to watch him fight Subriel Matias. So here's the thing, Leon Muhammad, what's up, family? Here's the thing, right, A-Side, is that I'm hearing a lot of different things. There's a false narrative also. Myri to you, what's up, family? Let me address this real quick. There's this false narrative going on that people are asking Tank Davis to give up his A-side leverage. That is false narrative. That's a fake narrative. That's a false narrative. I don't even know where that came from. Who is asking Gervonta Tank Davis to give up his A-side leverage? Who? Walter Hobson, what's up? Devin and Bill ain't asking him to give up his A-side leverage. They're just trying to direct him to the people that got the bag. Okay? So who is saying, hey, Tank, give up your A-side leverage? Who is asking Tank Davis to give up his A-side leverage? Devin didn't say he was the A-side. Bill didn't say he was the A-side. They just saying, it's about the money, we got the person with the most amount of money willing to offer you some big money. Absolutely, Leon Muhammad. You understand? So nobody's telling him, OG Leon Muhammad in the building. Shouts out to the OG Leon Muhammad in the building. So nobody's asking Tank to give up his A-side leverage. That's a false, fake narrative. Period. And in comparisons to Floyd, Eastside Easy, what's good? I heard people saying, yeah, well, Floyd Mayweather, comparing Tank to Floyd. If Floyd can ask for demands, Fastlane Jones was good. If Floyd can, OG Sean the Dom was good. If Floyd can ask for demands, why can't Tank? Because Tank ain't do and break all the records Floyd Mayweather did.
You going out a little bit. You went out the last time.
And another thing is,
say it again, Blue. You went out that last time. Say the last.
They saying that if Floyd, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good now. Coming through clear now.
Okay,
yeah.
so they said that Floyd asking for, he can make demands, why can't Tank? And I said, because Tank ain't put the work in that Floyd put in. Floyd wasn't making no demands from nobody. He got on board until he was in a position of power, and then he started breaking records. The pull-out bandit, what's good? James, what's good? The Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reacher, my brother in the building in the super chat. Gabe Moore, what's up, family? He said, salute, bro. Salute to you. Right? So Floyd making these demands when he was already established and already had broken multiple records, it's completely different than Tank Davis doing $1 million pay-per-view buys card. What are we talking about? And then I hear another false narrative, A-side. Oh, but the thing is, Tank fights on Amazon. You hear that false narrative? But Tank fights on Amazon. So let me ask you this question. His Excellency, right? He's never demanded that you fight on a network that you don't fight on. If you're an ESPN fighter, you fight on ESPN. If you're a DAZN fighter, you fight on DAZN. Right. What are we talking about here? What leverage is Tank? Are we asking Tank to give up? Can you help me out, A-side, and tell me what leverage? Who's asking Tank Davis to give up his A-side leverage?
No, I've never heard no one ask Tank to give up any A-side leverage. I thought that was an offer that people were saying that Devin needs to send Tank something, to get the ball rolling. I just thought that was something to entice him, see if that'll make him come out of the hole a little bit, him and his team, because they always stated that they don't fight for a legacy, they don't fight for belts, they can't eat belts. They're prize fighters and they're after money. So Devin Haney them and his team took that information and then when they got the money, they thought it would be something that enticed Tank. So now it's about his A-side leverage. I never thought that his A-side leverage would ever be compromised because it's negotiation. That was just to get negotiations started. That's it. You can always count
it. And help me understand this, A-side. You're a man of wisdom. A man of wisdom, right? Now help me out, A-side.
I like to think I am.
You very well are. Very much so are, right? So and very well spoken. So now let me ask you this question. It's about getting to the bag. If A-side, if you my manager, you my advisor, and I say I want the bag, A-side, and somebody can say, here goes the bag. How is that helping me lose leverage? Because you bringing the bag to me.
It's not any leverage that's been. You know what I think it is? I think the fans think that Tank will be giving up his A-side because he's been offered something. Whereas when we always saw the picture, when we always thought about Devin versus Tank, we always saw that Tank will be the one.
You went out, great.
I don't know if you heard what I.
No, okay, no, so I didn't hear what you said.
So I think initially all fans, including myself, thought that Tank and his team would be sending out the contract, right? So they always thought that he would be the one initiating the negotiations, right? But with the Prince coming in, Turki Alashiek coming in and shaking up the game, it actually flipped that narrative on its head, and now the money is coming from Devin's side of the team, supposedly. Well, they got the connections with the money. So it doesn't look like the picture that we painted in our head. It doesn't fit the narrative that we grow so comfortable and accustomed to. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like fans are making excuses for Tank, saying that he's going to lose his A-side leverage because he never sent the contract, when in all actuality, that's not true. If you look at the Prince, you got to look at him almost like bipartisan. He's not on either team. It's just that they have the connection with the money. Now a fight can actually be made. His A-side leverage is still intact. Everyone know that Devin and Haney is still the B-side, and it's a negotiation. It's for offers and it's for counters to start to ensue.
Now, and so the point of me asking you that was to get to this, right, and say this to you. A-side, if the whole point of being the A-side is that you the A-side. Your name is A-side. The point of you being the A-side,
yep,
right, is that you're going to receive a bigger share of the pie, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So if the Saudis and you have His Excellency say, okay, we're going to give you $50 million, and we're gonna give Dev $20 million. Are you not still the A side?
No, for sure. You are the A side, and it doesn't change anything.
It don't change anything. And if you already fought at 140, right? If you already fought and campaigned at 140, by me saying fight me at 140, am I trying to control the A side leverage? You frozen, great brother.
Oh, it's StreamYard because you had frozen at the same time. So I noticed it wasn't you. It's not you or anyone else. It's just StreamYard. I think it's a patch we'll get through. Yeah, it's a patch we'll get through. But yeah, I heard exactly what you said. If anything, it cements Gervonta Tank Davis A-side's claim and him being arguably the second face of boxing, because you got to think about it. A prince from another country is willing to pay this guy $20 million to get in the ring. It cements it. You get what I'm saying? It gives more weight to his claim, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because
exactly.
he's not paying $20 million for just anyone. That's not that we're seeing. As a matter of fact, I think they only put on heavyweights so far. They haven't put on anything outside of heavyweights, if I'm not mistaken. I think Dimitri Bivol and Bertaviev will be the lightest weight that they actually put on. So to have you inside of the same ilk as those guys, it actually cements your claim that people want to see you are the A side. They want to put on this match.
Right, A side. The whole thing about this quote unquote A side is that you get the bigger share of the pie. You're gonna fight at a weight class, and the last time I checked, because now all of a sudden people are starting to talk about, yeah, but why Tank the A side? Why he got to go to Saudi Arabia? Legendary fights. Muhammad Ali's two most legendary fights, recognizable fights: the Thriller in Manila and the Rumble in Jungle. Neither which took place on U.S. soil. Neither one took place on U.S. soil.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about where he fights at. Why does it matter to you?
Yeah, that's silly to me.
It's when you are a champion in boxing, you are a world champion. A world champion. Now we're talking about, well, why does he have to fight in Saudi? What are you talking about? That's legendary. That's historic. It's historic. It's legendary. What are we talking about here? You are supposed to be a fight fan. What do you care? It's amazing to me. It's 1,000%. It's amazing to me how the deflection, all of a sudden, A-side, before this Regis Prograis fight, all you heard was how Tank gonna knock out Devin Haney. All of these narratives have come out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, A-side?
Devin ducking Tank.
Yeah.
Yep. Devin ducking Tank. Devin dropped the belts. Devin better be ready after the ninth because Tank coming straight at him. Devin don't have the same energy now that Tank's coming at him. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden, Joe Townsend, what's up, family?
That was, yeah.
Now all of a sudden, we hearing, well, he can't do this, he can't. Man, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It's amazing to me. And to be honest, A-side, it's actually shocking to me, man. I'm shocked. I'm like, wow. Wow. I'm hearing people talk about Tank is really a 130-pounder. Devin is weight bullying. Like, now it's just gotten so ridiculous. It has gotten so ridiculous now and so out of hand. It's out of control now. It has gotten out of control.
If Tank is really so let me ask you this, Blue. If Tank is really a 130-pounder and Isak Cruz is smaller than him, then what is Isak Cruz?
Exactly.
Because last I checked, Isak Cruz is going to 140 to fight for Rolly Romero's belt.
And I said this, right?
Salute, Kendrell.
He's smaller than Tank.
Yeah, he is. Tank had to punch down.
Right.
Yeah, he's smaller than Tank.
He's smaller than Tank. And he ain't talking about rehydration clause. Nobody's talking about Isaac Cruz in a rehydration clause.
Nope.
Kendrell, my brother in the building. What's up with your family? He's smaller than Tank. Ain't nobody talking about, hey man, not a near person that's talking about Isaac Cruz and Rolly or Isaac Cruz and Ryan Garcia. Nobody has brought up him being too small. Did you notice that? Nobody.
And it's funny because and I said it to myself, I said he's smaller than Tank. He fought Tank, and Tank had to punch down. And why aren't these same excuses being used for Tank? And Rolly Romero rehydrates at a higher weight than Ryan. And Ryan, right? Both of them really rehydrate up. So if Isaac Cruz is going to 140, and these are boxing fans. Remember, they're not Tank fans. They always tell you they fans of boxing and they want to hold Devin accountable, right? Okay, fair enough. Where's the accountability being held for Rolly Romero with Isaac Cruz? Because you guys are boxing fans, not Tank fans. Why I don't hear the same backlash for Isaac Cruz with Rolly Romero?
Right, make it make sense.
You get what I'm saying?
And hold on, Aside, but he's significantly smaller. He's 5'3" with a 63 inch.
Yeah, for sure.
2 inches taller with a 4-inch arm reach advantage over Isaac Cruz. Bernard Crawford, what's up, family?
For sure.
He's
got more power.
He's 5'3". He's 5'3" with a 63-inch arm reach. So he's 2 inches shorter and has a 4-inch arm reach. His arms are 4 inches shorter than Tank. And he ain't talking about rehydration clause or nothing.
For sure.
Salute to Zoro, Shimotsuki in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. So what is Tank demanding Prince Turk now? I'm a huge Tank fan, but I'm a boxing fan first. What's prolonging for this showdown? Shout out Blue at 100% real one. So Tank said that they made him upset.
Salute.
He said that Turki Alashiek has made him upset, and now to even have a conversation, you got to send him something. He started off with, let me say this because they're going to say, Tank was only joking, man. Tank was only joking. Pop News. Hope now, my brother in the building. They're gonna say, Blue, you going too far. Tank was only joking. So he started by saying they gotta send me something. Inside the square circle, my brother King Judah. Yee Huncho, what up, nephew?
Salute,
he said they gotta tell me something.
Salute, Yee Huncho.
Maybe 2 Ferraris to my front door or something. That's what he said. The point is,
and that sounds absolutely foolish.
Mm-hmm.
That sound absolutely foolish, Blue. I never knew 2 Ferraris that 20 million couldn't buy.
Right.
I just don't know of them. You see what I'm saying? It's foolish. It gets to the point where it sounds ridiculous at that point. You know, what are we talking about? Let's max it out at $1 million. Let's just do $1 million, right? That's $1 million for both of them. And it's not. It's lower than $1 million, but let's just say $1 million for the both of them. Okay, you have 19 times the reason why you should take the fight because you want 2 Ferraris. Now what? What's your excuse?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me.
But here's the thing, right? Right? Here's the thing that ultimately gets me, right? Is this, A-Side, is that if don't go public with it, contact them. If they trying to get in contact with Al, get in contact with them. Now, maybe you don't do it next. Go ahead, sir.
It was meant to be a tone. It was meant to be a tone of. It's an air of disrespect in that. When does it comes from, you being an A side to you as in a full on power trip? You see what I'm saying? That's a power trip. You see what I'm saying? It's like a chick or a female, that really don't like you, and she's not planning on spending time with you. You know what I'm saying? She tell you tell her you want to get with her. Oh well, before we even get together, you need to get my nails done, my hair done. I need somebody to to give me some new clothes. I want to go shopping, and then I get back with y'all. I'll tell you what I think about after that. Like, man, come on, man, don't go for that. You like what would you tell your little brother or your son? They hearing something like that. You're like, man, that girl playing with you, man. She's not gonna never get with you. She don't like you. You see, she's trying you. You get what I'm saying? She's trying you. So it was an air of disrespect. It makes no sense, man. 2 Ferraris, come on now, cut it out. You're trying to belittle somebody. You think you're bigger than what you are, when in all actuality, this guy is making sure that you get a fight at a price that you never even got before. This is a fight that's on your list. You're talking about 20 million guaranteed for you to start. Have some respect. If you don't want to fight there, just say you don't want to fight there. If you're saying that you're loyal to Al Haymon and you will not move without Al Haymon work, just say that. But have some respect, have some decorum about yourself.
Yeah, it's just to me, it's very odd behavior, in my opinion. Like, is this man is on your checklist. And another thing I want to say, and salute to my brother Jamal Mills, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. Money is there, so it's no reason not to fight. Tank is ducking. His team wants to take the fights that they know he could win to stay undefeated. What you think about that?
Say the last part again. The last part you said right before.
He said the money is there. Tank is choosing to take fights. His team want him to take fights that they know he can win, so he can stay undefeated.
I mean, you got to think about it, man. The way his team has moved him, it's an immaculate career. Let's just be honest. He's the A-side. The only star that's bigger than him in Canelo Alvarez. I mean, they moved him very well, but it comes to a point where we are going to see big fights from Tank. We've supported Tank up until this point. We invested into Tank. Tank got to show love back to the fans and give us the fights that we want. And be honest with you, it don't necessarily got to be a Devin Haney fight. Yes, this is the biggest fight. Yes, I would love that fight. If he was to fight Teofimo, if he was to fight Shakur Stevenson, if he was to fight someone of that ilk, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll be satisfied. I'm rocking with Tank. He's one of my favorite fighters, but it just seems that we entered the phase to where this is the Tank show, and we're gonna get what Tank dish out, and that's it. He's not gonna give us nothing else. I don't know if he want to stay undefeated. If he want to stay undefeated, I don't think I'm gonna stick around and keep paying for subpar fights. I'm just not into that.
Yeah, Jamal Robinson was good. JBL said, this channel is trash. Blue is a scammer. Hey, great brother, do us a favor. Stand in the corner on one leg, smell your fingers, and make 3 wishes, because nobody believes you. Cali of World, peace bless to the queen in the building.
So he likes to.
North, what's up?
So in a nutshell, he likes to hang around trash and be scammed. Like, some people just need to say stuff back to themselves. That makes no sense.
Exactly.
That makes no sense. If this
G-Boxing says,
you get what I'm saying, Kelly?
Right. G-Boxing says, when Tank KO Devin, what y'all gonna say next? That's what I want to see. If he KOs Devin, this is called boxing. If he knocks out Devin Haney, then he knocks out Devin Haney. It's boxing.
We just want the best
thing y'all don't realize. Just being E, what's up, family? See, you have a fanatic point of view. Roddy 459 was good. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. You're a fan of a fighter. See, that's the difference between me and you.
That's a
If
fact.
Devin was to fight Tank and he loses, then he lost.
He lost.
What do you mean? What are we going to say?
We won. We got the fight. We won it. That don't concern us.
Right.
We won. We got the fight. We won it. Like, I don't know how they missed that part.
Right.
We won. Like, it don't make sense.
Right. So if he knocks out Devin, then he knocks out Devin Haney. Like, what did you expect to happen? I want to see what y'all say then. What are you talking about? You want to see what we say then? That is a foolish mindset. You are not this is the typical behavior of somebody who is not a fan of the sport of boxing. You are a fan of a fighter. OG Sean and Don was AK Crowder, my brother in the building.
Thanks, Devin.
He said, if he knock out Devin, that's what I want to see. I want to see what y'all say next. What do you mean? That's what you more concerned. Listen how silly this sounds. You more concerned with seeing what we say if Devin gets knocked out than actually seeing them fight.
Seeing the fight, exactly. We already won. It don't matter. It don't matter what you hear us say. We won. We got the fight.
Right.
The whole purpose is to get the fight.
The whole point is to see the best fight the best.
You want to know what A-Side gonna say? I can tell you right now. A-Side gonna say Tank is a hell of a fighter. He's everything I thought he was. He knocked Devin out. Devin lost to an elite fighter.
That's it.
Devin's still a hell of a fighter. He lost to somebody that's equally elite.
Right.
That's it. He's not gonna stop being my favorite boxer. He's not gonna stop. Tank is not gonna stop being one of my favorite boxers. It's just that he's going to confirm the thoughts that I have about him and his talent in my mind. That's it. Like, what do these guys want? We won. We got the fight. That's it.
But I keep telling you, no, he didn't win. Because, see, he's hoping that happens. See, he don't want to see the best fighting the best. You hoping that Tank knocks out Devin.
For sure.
So that you can say, see, now what y'all got to say. You don't want to see the best fighting the best. You just hope because you don't like Devin and you a fanatic of Gervonta Tank Davis and probably don't even know him.
I doubt it. I absolutely doubt it.
It's amazing. The non-fans, I can tell you this. If Devin outboxes Tank Davis, we'll never see you again.
Oh, no, for sure.
I can promise you one thing. If Devin Haney beat Gervonta Tank Davis in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you ain't coming back.
It's not the square circle. You right about that.
Now, I'll buy that for $1. I can guarantee you that. But I guarantee you, if Tank was to knock out Devin, me and A-Side going to be sitting right here.
For sure.
As a matter of fact, we're going to be calling the fight as it happens.
For sure.
But I can guarantee you, you will suddenly disappear. I guarantee you that.
And what's really going to make him mad, that's not going to stop Dev from being one of my favorite fighters. It's not. Right. I don't get what's supposed to change about that.
Eminem said, "Bill lining your pockets, boy." He is. Now what? Now what do you have to say after that? Now what? Now what? So what happens after that? Since you said Bill's lining my pocket. Okay, yeah, Bill lining my pockets. Now what? Now where do you go from here? Now tell us, Eminem. Bill lining my pockets. Okay, now what did Bill is paying me. Okay, cool. Now what? So what does that mean?
You mean a black dollar is circulating? Blue, that's what you mean?
Yeah.
A black dollar is circulating?
Yeah. So Bill's paying me. Cool.
Oh, okay.
Malaya, peace of blessings, queen.
What's going on, Malaya?
Maya Egypt, the queen, is in the building. Classy Mag, what's good, great brother? So now Eminem, tell us. So Bill's paying us, so that means what? Where do you go from there? So Bill is paying me. So what does that mean? What does that have to do with this fight? Let's say Bill gave me $1 million. What that got to do with Tank and Devin fighting? Hall Smith, what's up, family? Salute to Big Sneed in the building, in the super chat, dropping that quarter of $100.
Salute to everyone.
Super chat. He said, shout out to Blue. Thanks for the real boxing journalism. By the way, this not a good look for Tank, and Bill Haney is looking like a mastermind. No, but Bill is paying me though, Big Sneed. Hey, did you realize Eminem? Bill just won Manager of the Year. But you concerned about him paying me. Let's say he is, Eminem. Bill is paying me. Now what? Okay, Bill is paying me. Tank is not paying you. We at a crossroads. That means we can't sit at the same table. Bill is paying me and Tank is not paying you. That means you ain't sitting at the same table as me. But since we're going to have a conversation, now what? Where do we go from here? Jeremiah Watkins III, what's good? He said, Luke, you always had something against Tank. Okay, tell me, Jeremiah Watkins III, I'll send you the link and you tell me 3 things I had against Gervonta Tank Davis, and I'll pay you $100. If you can't, you pay me $50. We got a deal? Mr. Ohigi or Haigu. What's up, family? Hope I say your name right. Latrell Matthew, what's up? He said, you always, Jose Ayala, what's good? He said, you always have something against Tank. Okay, how about I send you the link, right? You come here, Jeremiah Watkins III, right? Sounding like dude from Coming to America. Sexual chocolate. Next to the stage. Right? Okay, Jeremiah Watkins. The Roz Podcast and Tank Team, they don't like you. I don't care what anybody likes.
So?
I don't care. And what does that mean?
And they never told Blue that. They come through and they support. They come through and chat. Yes.
Let's say they did, A-Side. What they eat don't make me go to the bathroom. So why are you concerned what other people feel about me? Elaine Sugar, what's up? Peace and blessings to the beautiful queen.
Hey,
Clyde Robinson.
I'm mad. Hey, I'm disappointed in you, Blue. If those are the only people that don't like you,
yeah.
I thought that list would have been longer.
He said
that list would have been longer than that.
Okay, let's say they don't like me. Cool. Why are you concerned with them not liking me? What are you, a robot? R2D2, Jeremiah Watkins, the third. Somebody need to that bloodline is not running in the history. You making your the 2 people that came before you, the first and the second, not so proud.
Drizzle, salute.
Drip Drizzle, what's up? Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., what's up, young king? You making the first 2 not very proud, Jeremiah Watkins. You more concerned with what other men feel about another man. When you a grown man yourself. Tank knows you be hating. I'm just letting you know. Tank, I don't care what Tank thinks. The facts is the facts. Unlike you, I stand on my square. I told Tank this to Tank's face. Pang, what's good? TY, what's up? Ray Spacer, Sakari San Francisco, what's up? So it don't matter what you think. I'm asking you, brother, to come here and show me 3 things. Come on here and show me 3 things, and I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you the money that Tank is not paying you. How about that? How about I put a little, take a little lint out your pocket and fill up that space with a hundo? How about that? Calvin Williams, what's good? TD Media Group, formerly TD Hip Hop Media, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. He said, hold up, Blue, Bill line in your pockets? Well, let me hold something then, good brother. LOL, just kidding. Keep up the great work. Salute to my brother, TD Media Group. Dropping that Cinco. Appreciate you. What you was going to say, A-Side?
I mean, basically, I was saying the
I
same
do love
thing,
the sound
man.
boy, Shoot.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he get that hundo from you, that means he got some bill money too. You know what I'm saying? Last I checked, bill money spend the same way anybody else money do.
He said, I'm still that dude, Blue. Baltimore East dude, 2 to 5. Okay. That's the problem that you have right there.
Hop on the link.
That's the problem that you have right there. You still being concerned with being that dude. That dude what? Being that dude got you where? See, because I used to be that dude. I got friends that used to be that dude. Where does that get you? What pot of gold is at the end of the rainbow for being that dude? What badge did you receive? What trophy did you receive for being that dude? God's greatest was good. You see, the problem is y'all be coming here, you talk like you from the streets or you run the streets. I did that too. There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's just foolishness. So what did you receive for being that dude? What reward did you get for being that dude? Tiger Scott, the queen in the building. He said, my hood's respect. Let me ask you a question, Jeremiah Watkins III. You said your hood. You own those houses in that neighborhood? Smarten up, great brother. That ain't your hood. That's somebody that don't even look like you, hood. And they just letting you stay there. If you don't own it, it ain't your hood. How is something yours that you don't even own? Smarten up, great brother.
Hey, Larry Lopez, you wild.
So now you talking about, this is my hood. They respect me. No, they don't respect you. They want to keep you down like they are. Because if they respect you, they would be telling you, you shouldn't be part of this. So no, great brother. See, you talking about somebody who came up, was actually in it, came up and see the foolishness in it. You talking about my hood respect you. You don't own that hood. If you don't own it, it ain't yours.
Hey, that was funny. Hey, that was funny to do that one.
Yeah. Hey, Scott, how is something yours that you don't own? That's like me saying, hey, those Lamborghinis at that car dealership around the corner from my house, those are mine. Because I sleep 2 minutes away from it. They not mine. I don't own that. Somebody else owns that. And they living much better than I'm living. That's why it's there. You are paying somebody else to live in your hood. Now make that make sense. How you paying somebody else
you got connections
to live in your hood? Make it make sense.
Oh, make all the sense in the world now, Blue. He got connections. That's what he got. He got connections.
What'd he say?
He got
I've
connections.
been here 17 years, got a lot of connections.
He got a lot of connections.
Yeah, you do have connections to the Baltimore jail system. You have connections to the DA. You have connections to the police officers. And they don't even live in your hood. But they run your hood. They control your hood. They own your hood. You got connections to nothing. Make it make sense.
Gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Make it make sense. It ain't your hood. You don't have no connections. Only thing connecting is the handcuffs. Only thing connecting is that police car is going to travel you from one destination to the other. You're going to go from one connection, the police officers, to the other connection, the prison. You're going to stand in front of the other connection they have, which is the judge. The DA is going to stand on the side of you. That's the other connection. It's called the legal system. They own your hood. They control your hood. You pay to be there and don't have nothing. And yet you talking about the connections. What store do you own? The people at the corner store don't even look like you. And you pay them to live in your hood. You paying everybody to live in your hood. But they live in a hood much better than yours. It's called a neighborhood. That's what they live in. But you want to live in the hood. You want to abbreviate the nastiness.
Let him breathe. Let him breathe, Blue. Let him breathe, Blue. Let him breathe.
Amazing.
All right, one more time. One more time.
He's
Blue.
praising, he's abbreviating poverty. Poverty. You don't hear nobody from a nice neighborhood saying they live in the hood. Anybody that say hood, you already know what it looks like. If I say I live in a neighborhood, you're going to imagine people that don't look like me, walking poodles, passing Bentleys, all types of luxury cars in every driveway. It's common because it's neighborhood. But if I tell you I live in the hood, ain't everybody going to imagine rats, roaches, poverty, garbage on the streets, cars on, rims. They imagining all types of perverse situations. I ain't proud to be from
Blue. That's it. Blue. Throw it in the goddamn dog. That's it, Blue.
What is he talking about?
He go.
He got connections in the hood. No, the people that got connections is the Asian people at the corner with the Chinese restaurant.
For sure.
They got connections so good that they could come in your hood, set up shop, take your money, and go back to their neighborhood. Ain't that something? That's a connection. You got people coming in your hood, policing your hood, telling you what to do, telling you how to move, telling you what you can't do, telling you what the law is, telling how to spend your time. Because if you don't, the punishment, and you gonna follow those rules. But you want to brag to the people that look like you that you got connections. And you've been in the hood for 17 years. I got people that been in jail longer than 17 years and still there. 17 years? Oh, man. Make it make sense. I'm tired of people that look like me.
Was like Blue.
Yeah, I'm tired of people that look like me coming here saying silly stuff, right? Making us look bad. You make us look bad. It ain't no badge of honor. Ain't nothing to brag about. I'm from the hood. The hood?
The hood.
You from the hood. In the neighborhood, they driving Bentleys. In the neighborhood, right, A-side, they driving Bentleys.
Nope.
In the hood, they driving Honda Civics. In neighborhoods, they have a shower in each bedroom, a guest room. In the hood, they can't even control the heat. In the neighborhood, you don't see any corner stores. In the hood, you see nothing but corner stores with people that don't even look like you. In the neighborhood, the streets are spick and span. In the hood, it's animal infested. You don't even appreciate your hood. You don't appreciate the people that look like you. You don't even know their names. Amazing.
Hey,
don't tell me about the hood.
See, you come from that generation of butt whoopings. It's like it's like Richard Pryor say. He say, don't speak whenever your mom, give you a whooping, because it just extended the whooping by that much longer. It's like, I'm not gonna do it no more. I know you ain't gonna do it no more. I should have did it in the first place. Hey, he got murdered. I'm like, oh my God, this dude is getting cooked. He ain't coming back here.
No, you see, this is the thing.
Yeah,
PR said people dropping off. Yeah, they dropping off because I'm telling the truth. People don't like the truth. That's what it is. Man. You know, people are brag about a place that Tank don't even want to go back. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. The good people I know down in Baltimore is trying to clean it up. You trying to brag about it and hold it in high regards. Ain't nothing cool about it. Back to regularly scheduled programming. Now, let me say this too, A-Side, right? Because now let me ask you this question. People keep saying, hey, Blue, even Floyd said Ryan Garcia is one of 3 of the faces of the sport of boxing. Right? He said that. Yeah. And Floyd did say that, right, A-Side? And now I want to ask you.
Yeah, I know he said it, but.
So now I want to ask you and the people. If Ryan Garcia is one of the faces of the sport of boxing, right? If you are face of the sport of boxing, and I'm a face of the sport of boxing, and we're gonna have a debate, right? Shouldn't all things be treated equal?
For sure.
Right? Did they treat Ryan Garcia as an A-Side?
Say it again.
I said Floyd Mayweather said.
Say it again.
Okay, Floyd Mayweather said Ryan Garcia, because everybody keeps saying it. Man, I got your favorite person always in my chat. Right? He says, man, you keep saying Dev is a superstar. He ain't no superstar. Daryl Pfeiffer, what's up? He ain't no sell. He ain't no draw. Okay, let me ask you this. Ryan is a draw. Ryan is the A-Side. Okay, now let me ask you this. If you are A-Side, if Ryan is an A-Side, according to Floyd Mayweather, there's 3 faces of the sport of boxing: Canelo, Tank, and Ryan, right?
Right.
If 2 of the 3 face off against each other, A-Side, shouldn't all things be treated equal in negotiations?
For sure. For sure.
Did they treat Ryan Garcia as if he was a face of the sport of boxing?
If they're the face, right.
Would Ryan Garcia be treated like the face of the sport of boxing in negotiations?
No.
So how is he one of the faces of the sport of boxing?
No,
that ain't my brother 4K, is it?
Yeah, it's definitely 4.
That ain't my brother 4K, is it?
Sure.
Nah, no, it ain't.
Yeah, that's definitely him. For sure. That's him.
That's 4. Man. Hey, bro, you just made my day, bro.
That's definitely 4.
Bro, you just made my day, bro. Man, I was definitely about to send A-Side that money.
Yeah, I know. Doug had told me to hold on though. Yeah.
Hey, man, I was getting ready. Hey, 4. I was gonna send that money, bro.
I told him that earlier. I told him to call you. He probably get some rest though when he came out.
Hey, man. Hey, bro, you just made my day, bro. Word up, man. Salute to my brother 4K in the building, man. Hey, I was already. I told Asa. I don't know if he told you, but I said, listen, we about to go to Texas. How much you need?
For sure. I think I want to say I told him. Yeah, because we was on the phone for real short. Yeah, I want to say I told him.
Yeah,
we're about to go down to Houston for sure. He told us, he gonna get on the phone. Yeah, he gonna get on the phone talking about some. Oh man, Sean, man, A-Side didn't call me. I was like, man, you crazy? I called him 1 billion times. His phone didn't collect my what you call it. So I looked like I ain't called him. I was like, man, that look bad. Yeah. I done wrote the letter and everything. For sure.
Hey man, 4, you just made my day, bro.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I ain't tell you. I wanted to surprise you. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it did too. I got you.
Hey man, you just made my day, bro. I was for sure coming to Texas with a bag. For sure. What I told you, A-Side told me how much. I said,
if you guys are inside of the chat, Yep, that's a fact. If you guys are in the chat and you're rocking with us tonight, go ahead and smash the like button. For anyone that's on the mobile device, go ahead and click the X to the top right-hand side of the screen. Press the thumbs up button until it glows black, then come back into the chat. This content is not free, but you can pay for this content by smashing the like button. Again, you can pay for this content by smashing the like button. Pay your admission. We appreciate you guys. And everybody, do a warm salute for my brother 4K's Day. Do your boy A-Side a favor. Everybody shout out 4K. That's my little brother. I love him. And they're a hothead, but I love him. And he's a really good person, man. He's a really good person.
Hothead. I'm keeping him. It's an OG call, and I'm keeping him. You know what I'm saying? This is an OG
say it again,
call.
Blue. Say it again, Blue.
This is an OG call, and I'm keeping him.
For sure. For sure.
Yo,
for sure.
Hold on.
For sure.
Joel Embiid just dropped 70 points, bro. Yo, that is wild. Joel Embiid.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
He dropped 70 points in 18. Yo, talk about trying to make a statement. Joel Embiid dropped 70 points and 18 rebounds is wow. That's wow. Yo, that is bizarre. In basketball, A-Side, Joel Embiid just scored 70 points and had 18.
Man, I always, let me tell you something, Blue. I always play a hater on everybody can play basketball. I was trash at it. I'm still trash at it to this day. I double dribble. I did everything that was wrong in basketball. Everything you didn't want in the teammate. I don't like people that can play basketball. I don't like people that can shoot. I don't like people that can dribble. I don't like people that can dunk. I don't even like the circle of basketball. That's why I don't like. A-Side was trash. I don't got no good genes at basketball. I'm a player hater. All my life, I'm gonna play on a good basketball.
Lamar Poydra said, "Can we stop calling him Gervonta?" He calls himself Gervonta. So what am I supposed to call him? Always Mosley. What's good?
I call him Tank.
Wow, that's bizarre. So anyway, A-Side. So I was saying that did they treat Ryan Garcia as one of the faces of the sport of boxing? If there's only three,
facts inside square circle.
If there's three faces of the sport of boxing, right? Did they treat two of the three fights each other? Did they treat him as such?
Man, no, man. You almost made me forget this was a family-friendly channel saying that. No, man. Man, he is not no ape. Man, that man's face of boxing. He the toenail of boxing. Like get out of here, man.
The face of boxing
never did nothing special in the sport of boxing. Toenail of boxing.
Salute to the General 78 Sports TV in the building, in the super chat, dropping that halfer. Dub.
My great brother.
In the super chat, he said, "Blue, what it do? A-Side, the best side. Why are Tank fans scared of Haney fight? I don't get it. You know why, General? Let me tell you why. Because for so long, the narrative has been that Devin Haney, see, this is what happened, General. Devin Haney grew up. You understand? He no longer that little brother that you could push around. See, they thought, and they talked up this narrative for so long, but he grew up in front of their very eyes faster than they realized. And now they're not so confident that they could push the little brother around. You understand what I'm saying? They saw that perform. First, he was chinny. He don't sell. Oh, they had it in the bag. They ain't worried about it. Right? Now they can see their hearts being broken. Now they can visualize their hearts being broken. So now they're trying to cushion the fall and cushion the blow. Oh, wait a minute now. You know, A-Side, you know how this goes, right? You push your big brother, you push your little brother around all the time, right? Push him around as he growing up in age. You keep pushing him around, right? He messing around, getting in trouble, go to juvie, go to jail, come back. All of a sudden, his waist is only 3 inches, but his shoulders are sticking out here. Right?
Yeah, right. You're like,
He's doing 1,000 push-ups and 1,000 sit-ups a day, right? And now all of a sudden, he like, hey, man, what happened? What you say? Hey, man, you got to respect your big brother, man. Now you don't want to push him around no more. See, when you was pushing him around before, now
sure.
you want to use the respect card. Hey, man, nah, I'm your big brother, bro.
For sure.
You got to respect me. I'm your big brother. Now you want to stand on that. You understand? So now it's, man, come on, man. Tank 130-pound pounder. They've been in the same division for 4.5 years. Same division. They've been in the same division for 4.5 years. You said he ain't had no chin. You said he can't sell. He done grew up before your very eyes.
Oh, yeah.
General said, facts. I remember my little brother got big enough to slam me. LOL. I had to respect him. Right, General? It all changes. Now all of a sudden it's like, bro, you know I'm your big brother. Right? Because now you ain't so sure. So now you want to throw out the respect card because here's the thing. Bloodshot 610 was good. Now it's out of respect. Oh, you going to disrespect your big brother? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta use your wits now. Now you gotta use.
It's just like a father when you grow up with your son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You do all the things. Then when your son get big enough, hold on. You're not sure if he gonna buck up out of respect.
Sure.
So now you say, man, you better respect your father.
Yeah,
I'm your father. You gonna disrespect your father? Well, wait a minute now.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Oh,
you understand?
For sure. Yeah.
That's what happens because you ain't so sure now.
Right.
You was disrespecting Mom Dukes. You was doing all these things. Now he got big. Now it's just, man, I'm the one that fed you. I'm the one that put food on your table. You gonna do this to me?
Yeah, fresh testosterone too. Brand new.
Yeah.
That testosterone fresh out the box.
Yeah. You gonna do this to me?
Hey, Blue, right? Every bit of a 4'4". This dude's a complete athlete. They're like, nah.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Now everybody got to stand on it. Now you hear, man, Tank a 35-pounder. They both fought at 140 the same amount of times.
For sure.
Once.
But I like the Eastside Cruz better. Now that Eastside Cruz is going to 140, I'm just gonna lean on that better now. I'm leaning on that more. I don't care what nobody say. Eastside Cruz is smaller than Tank.
He's smaller than Tank. Ain't talking about no rehydrations.
Yep. I like that better.
I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna say though. This is what they're gonna say. Yeah, but he ain't the A side. He gotta do that.
Oh man.
You understand? Salute to Ish in the super chat, dropping that Cinco. He said, y'all going to the bowl this year, Blue, with the Ravens. Man, I wasn't looking very proud on Saturday, bro, but I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it, Ish. Yeah, A-side, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what happened, General. DVJ 600 was good. They not so proud anymore. They not so confident anymore. Oh, when Devin got clipped by Jorge Linares, oh yeah. When Tank ran that punch, imagine what's Tank gonna do to him.
For sure.
Judas 773 was good.
He was still a big brother at that time.
Yeah. Oh, imagine if he couldn't take that punch. Now A-side, they kept telling us, oh, so you think Tank gonna go all fight and not land a punch on Devin? It's just a matter of time. That's what they said, right?
Yep. No, they said Devin get. Remember, they said Devin get hit too. He ain't like he a touch. He get hit. His defense not all
Devin
that good.
Get hit.
Yeah,
and he was on wobbly legs, and he can't punch himself out of a wet paper bag. Tank ain't got nothing to worry about. What did Tank tell me, A-side? What Devin gonna do to keep me off him? He ain't got nothing to keep me off him. Ain't that what he told me?
Keep me off of him. Yeah.
Okay, so what y'all worried about then?
That's a fact. You got to make them. And it's 20 million.
This is the problem, A-side. They are worried about it's going to come to a screeching halt. Everything you say, so they're creating. This is what's being done, General A-side. This is what's being done, people. They are creating a safety net just in case Tank goes to 140 because they know he's gonna do it because he a dog. DJ Bryan, what's good? He gonna go to 140. He gonna fight that, right? And if he loses, they already built in the excuse.
They already got the narratives. The narrative is already
created
preset.
the narrative.
Yeah,
right?
It's already preset for sure.
Right. So now they already preset this narrative. So if he loses, now they're gonna say, well, he was too small, or I knew that. So now, it's like this, A-Side. You date a stripper. No, it's all true. Listen to this, A-Side. You date a stripper, right?
Right.
Because the expectations are low. So if she cheats, it's because of her profession. It ain't because of you.
Now you built an excuse.
You got a built-in excuse. You did. So guess what? Your heart ain't so broken because you're gonna turn around and be like, man, she for the streets, right? Inside you're gonna be hurt, but you're gonna justify to yourself. You can wake up every morning. You can follow your routine. You ain't gonna feel so bad. Mark Wilson, what's good? You ain't gonna feel like another man have something more than you have, right, or another man is better than you. You're gonna feel like, well, she just for the streets. But if you date a 9-to-5 corporate woman that drive a Porsche,
came from a well-to-do family,
living good,
right,
and she walk out on you, that's because of you. Now you gotta look in the mirror. Man, I wasn't good enough for her. Oh, so you're just gonna date him?
A-Side dating strippers, bro. He said A-Side dating strippers.
Jones 2-3 was good. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't care what y'all say, man. The midget strippers be, hey, they be looking good. The midgets, y'all. Yo.
T.Y., he said, Blue, so you think it's going to be the same kind of fight as Regis, Tank, a different... I didn't say it was going to be the same kind of fight.
Ain't going to be the same type of fight as Regis, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, ain't going to be the same. Ain't going to be the same type of fight as Regis.
I didn't say it was going to be the same type of fight. I just said that it's a bad style matchup, and they know it. If they didn't, they would be chomping at the bit because it's the biggest fight in boxing. You're going to make the most money. It's the biggest fight in boxing. It's somebody in your checklist. Fat and Bankrupt, what's good? It wouldn't be all these hurdles. If it was easy pickings, it wouldn't be all these hurdles. Claymore Rain in the building. What's up, family? Mark Wilson, what's up? You understand? There wouldn't be all these hurdles have come out of nowhere because you're not confident. That's what happens. Let me drop the link for the family in the chat. You understand?
Man. Yep.
That's what it boils down to. You have a guy offering you. You see, this dude is co-signed. A-Side. We see this dude. He's legit. OG Sean the Don, tell him. Right, he's legit. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He's proven. You understand? So now you trying to tell me this dude that's proven, right? His money is A1. You know it's good. He good for it. You understand? Now he's proven his money is good money, and now all of a sudden, yeah, well, now you trying to force me to be the B side, and you try. I mean, come on, man. Y'all tripping now. Now we concerned with B side talk, and well, now you trying to control the narrative, and you, man, stop, man. It's getting ridiculous now.
Hey, Blue.
Uh-huh.
Was that stripper a midget?
Yeah. Yo. All three Vaughn said, you sounding like Devin going out his way to make the fight too. Of course he is. First of all, let's see this. See, this is another silly narrative. H Entertainment 19, what's good? We speak before we think. Dragon Fang, what's up? Alice Rodriguez, what's good? All three Vaughn, you said, I'm acting like, you sound like Devin is going out his way to make the fight. How much can Devin go out his way to make a fight when they said that Devin can't send him an offer? Make it make sense. We have to start using common sense. It's the most free, expensive thing in the world. how much can Devin actually do to make the fight when they saying that Devin don't control anything? They the ones that have to send the contract. So you saying Devin and Bill Haney is doing whatever they can in their power to try and make the fight. What part of that don't you understand? They're going above and beyond. They stay in the network promotional free agents so they can come over to the PBC if need be. They don't mind being the B-side. They have Turki Alashiek offering massive amounts of money to make this fight happen. What more do you want him to do? He was they told him to get a belt, official belt. Okay, he became undisputed. They said, "Oh, you was an email champ." Well, then he gets official belts, become undisputed. Well, belts don't matter. What else do you need the man to do? They contact him to make the fight, and they say, "You can't even get in contact with the right person. You got in contact with the wrong person." Okay, so what else am I supposed to do? Make it make sense. Imagine this. You see this beautiful woman. You keep saying, you telling everybody and telling her friends and telling everybody that somebody you want to take her out. You gonna treat her right. You want to take her out. She say, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing the take. Okay, you like, listen, I got my weight up, I got my job up, I got a career now. Checked off the box. Right? I got massive amount of money behind me. I'm cool with that. Right? I got nice cars, I got everything that it takes to take you out. I'm trying to call you. Well, you ain't got the right number. You got to call this friend and that friend. I'm calling this friend. I thought this was your best friend. Yeah, but I got 3 best friends. You got to call this best friend. I make reservations at the restaurant. You said you only go to 5-star restaurant. I make reservations at a 5-star restaurant, and you talking about, well, not that restaurant. I want to do one in a different location. Well, then you the one ain't trying to do it. It's you. And then you say, well, you can't initiate taking me out. I have to initiate if I want you to take me out. Okay, well, I'm standing by the phone. And you never call.
Yep.
And you never call. And then you say, well, you ain't really trying to take me out. What are you talking about? You playing games because guess what? You don't want to go out. Period.
For sure. That's all it is, for sure.
Period. So you're sitting there talking about you acting like Devin is going out his way to make the fight. What else could the dude do? They try to get in contact to make the fight. They telling them you don't even know who to get in contact with. And you can't get in contact. Like, what are you talking about? They're playing a merry-go. Hey, you can't do this. Oh, well, you can't do that. Oh, we ain't going over there. Oh, well, we ain't doing this. Oh, that money ain't good, but this money is good. Well, we don't want to talk to him because he got, like, make it make sense, man. Stop it already. Jorge Valencia, what's good? Make it make sense. Kyle Porter, my brother, in the building, in the super chat, dropping that half a dub. Honest in the super chat. Why Devin looking to fight people at 135 if he moved up to 140? Would be good fight, but if that's the case, he should fight Shakur, who ran into ring calling him out. Should take over 140 now. Okay, Kyle Porter. I don't know if you know this, but he had the same amount of fights he had as Tank had. Did you know they had the same amount of fights at 140?
Plot twist.
So he's not looking to fight people at 135. He's looking to fight a guy who is a champion at 140 with him.
Yo, you got to stop with the soundboard.
Okay, he's looking to fight a guy that the world says, the myth is that he knocks out heavyweights with 16-ounce gloves on and headgear. He's looking to knock out a guy that you told the world don't have a chin. He's looking to knock out a guy you said can't punch himself out of a wet paper bag. He's looking to fight a guy that told the world he himself is on his checklist. He's looking to fight a guy that you said that he was ducking. And now all of a sudden, he has one fight at 140. He's looking to fight a guy he was in the same division with for 4.5 years. He's looking to fight a guy who told the world he knocked him out in sparring twice. He's looking to fight a guy that you said he can't beat. And now suddenly he has one fight in the same division that same guy had a world title in, and now you're telling me that he's weight bullying. Isn't this amazing? Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. We got my brother Claymore Rain in the building, my brother Marco Boxing TV in the building, my brother Sean in the building, my brother Inside the Square Circle, my brother King Judah. They all in the building.
Salute.
Yo, this soundboard is killing me.
Yeah, I got to upgrade.
Gotta do it.
That Tank ain't fight Taylor because he wasn't built for that class. Then you telling us, okay, now I want you to make this make sense, great brother. You said that Tank didn't fight Josh Taylor at 140 because he wasn't built for that weight class. So then you telling me he stole your money. And you accepted him stealing your money just to watch him fight. So he pissed on your leg and told you it was raining, and you was happy with it.
You smelling funny now.
Make it make sense. Again, like I said, Kyle Porter,
smell like
be a
rainwater.
fan of the sport of boxing first, brother. Be a fan of the sport of boxing first.
Cruz on fire today.
Cantrell, what's up, family? Go ahead, brothers. Go ahead, A-Side. Introduce the brothers.
Hey, nah, you already introduced the brothers. I can't go behind that, man. You know, I recognize greatness when I see it, edification like that. But I do want to start off with my brother Claymore. Hey, what do you got to say, man, about these two Ferraris that need to be delivered in front of the door, need to be cherry red with chrome rims and carbon fiber interior, you know what I'm saying, with the stitched leather. You know, what do you got to say about that for him to even think about fighting?
I think it's embarrassing. I think as a black man in America who just supposedly turned Muslim, I think you exposed something that, you know, it embarrassed me to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Where's your etiquette? Where's your class? You know, this group of people are trying to do some business, offer you an opportunity, and instead of doing everything you can to have the opportunity investigated to see if it'll be something lucrative for yourself, you respond like you ain't got no home training. You know what I mean? I think it's a hype train. I think at this point, if I was out there in the Middle East, I'd leave a minute, go fill up your buildings in Atlanta, man. Go see if Al Heyman's gonna get you $50 million to go fight Shakur in Baltimore. Let's see if all that works out for you, because it gets to a point where it gets to a point to where it's just not worth it anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it anymore. At this point, go knock out your flat-footed Mexicans and entertain the casuals and ride that out as long as you want to ride it out. Devin Haney doesn't need to fight Tank Davis. It's not that serious. He can go and continue his career and fight Teofimo. He can go up and fight Mario Barrios. He can go and do a whole bunch of stuff in the game, and he'll be etched in the history books accordingly. Everybody will look back in history and know that this fight did not happen. This fight didn't happen because Devin Haney did something wrong. It'll be dark for Tank. You know what I mean? Much respect to that man who's talented in so many different ways, but the games are getting just ridiculous at this point. I've lost my patience with it. I don't even care no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Go be a YouTube fighter. Go beat up Ryan again. Go do Rolly 3 in Arizona. You know what I'm saying?
He said Rolly 3.
Go do your thing, man. Go shine. Go do your thing, man. That's what's up, man. I'm happy.
Yo,
If you like it, I love it.
Yo,
Hey,
what's
that's
up,
funny.
gentlemen? How y'all doing?
What's going on? What's going on, great brother? What's going on, Dub? How you feeling? Hey,
Family.
Dub.
Yeah.
Hey, Dub. You gotta turn off the YouTube on the other device. You
On what other device?
Oh, do you got to be on StreamYard? So we're getting a lot of feedback. It's like echoing.
I don't got no other device on.
Oh, you don't got no other page. You can look on your phone and see if it's
Maybe it's the other guy.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, no, it was him because he muted. Yeah, it was him.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dub, it's yours, Dub.
Dub, can you? Yeah, it's like a echo whenever someone talks. It's an echo.
Yeah, it's you, Dub.
You should probably you want to see if he can come back in. Blue, you want to see if Dub if Dub, see if you could drop off, send a link in, and come back in. See if it's something that messed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Blue, you have to send the link back out for Dub, Blue.
All right. Cal Porter, what's up, brother?
How y'all doing tonight,
Let me
man?
text him. He said.
Wait,
Yo,
Ace, I'm Blood. I'm Blue. Can I just respond to something real quick, real fast?
Hold on. Let me dialogue with Cal real quick.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead, great brother.
I get your take on the situation. You want to see Tank Davis compete against Devin Haney. It would make for a good fight. However, they were in the same weight class for 4+ years. Tank never expressed an interest in pursuing greatness and competing for those undisputed belts. He took the money route, and it seems like his career is based on taking money fights. I think we can all agree that's what we're seeing in his career.
Agreed.
It's ironic, to expect him to do something that's a legacy fight like fighting Devin Haney. Tank has proven to require mismatches when he competes, whether it's a rehydration clause or moving someone up. So I just think it's bizarre for any of us to expect him to take that challenge and compete at 140, where he stated he wasn't comfortable in the past, even though he did fight there one time, just like Haney. I recognize that. But to expect him to go and take on a challenge like that, that's not in his nature. So, I don't know if you guys expect him to do that, which to me is bizarre. Yeah, you can demand for him to do it, but with his track record, that's not the type of career Tank is looking to have. He didn't go and compete against Kambosos when he had the belts. He said, throw him in the garbage. He's not concerned with that. So, and I understand your point of view with Tank Davis, perhaps maybe like moving up to take on that challenge. But also, it would just remind me of like when Canelo moved up to fight Bivol. It's too much of a challenge and the styles. So all he would be doing is competing against Devin Haney at 140, and I don't see him winning. Now, if you still want to see that fight, okay, I applaud you for that, for wanting a great fight, but Devin Haney moved up, compete against those dudes at your weight division. Take out Matias, or whatever that dude's name is, whom Bill Haney said he sent an offer to, or compete against Teofimo Lopez, conquer that division. Because in my opinion, Devin Haney had a very easy route to undisputed. If it wasn't for Lomachenko being in a war, Kambosos wouldn't have had those belts. So I think Haney's a hell of a talent. I do follow boxing. I spend my money on each event. I super chat multiple channels. I do jump around on channels and I see the narratives of each channel, and it just reminds me of like CNN and Fox. Like, it gets past us wanting to see good fights. People are just kind of battling each other on this platform, which to each his own. But I mean, to expect Hank to move up, it ain't happening because he is the A side.
So my thing is this, right?
Yeah.
Is that it's our money, it's your money, it's my money, it's everybody on this panel money, right? If he ain't trying to fight the best, then we need to stop supporting him, right? Because again, like I said to you earlier, then you're pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining.
I agree.
And if that's the case, if you're gonna stay at 135, and you, like you said, he's the A side, right? And I agree, right? You are the A side. So now you should be fighting the absolute best that's at 135. He ain't doing that either.
I agree. But what changed where now you're criticizing? Like for the longest, I feel like I'd watched your channel and you were pro Tank somewhat, but you're neutral, but you were a fan of him. And in my mind, I'm like, he's not trying to fight Lomachenko since like 2017.
No, I'm still a fan of his. What it is I've been a fan of the sport of boxing before Tank was born. Tank don't even know who Marvin Hagler is, right? And yet they're trying to tell us that he is the face of boxing in the sport that I love, that I watch. I have 2 friends that have lost their lives in a boxing ring, and now you trying to tell the world that you are something that you're trying to fool the people. It's a magic show. No, now I want to see you fight the best. You can't continue to tell. So here's the thing. This is an issue that I have. When I seen Devin Haney from the very beginning of time of his career look to fight the absolute best there was to offer, but the boxing world continuously goes against him and his father, who were just trying to build what we asked the fighters to do. Devin Haney and Bill Haney are doing what we asked. They're accessible. You understand? I could get Bill Haney on here right now. I could get Devin Haney on here right now. They are accessible. That's what we want. You want to be able to touch them, right? And then on the flip side of that, they're looking to fight the absolute best there is to offer from the very beginning. He tried to fight Mikey Garcia, Robert Easton, Adrian Broner when they was world champions. Right? And they pushed him to the side. Right? Okay, so when the opportunity presented itself for him to get his opportunity, they still pushed him to the side. And even today, you have guys like Subriel Matias, because if we don't put a halt to this, if I don't drop the anchor in the ocean and stop the boat, right? I'll let this ship go right into a tidal wave. So what I'm saying to you is, it's my responsibility to tell you guys the truth. So when you have people coming on here, they're telling you that now Subriel Matias, this is all a magic show. Now Subriel Matias is coming out talking about he's a bigger star. This dude has never done anything. Most people don't even know who he beat for the title. He has the audacity to come out and say he's a bigger superstar than Devin Haney.
No, he's not.
Right. So this is my issue with it is, if Tank Davis, and then Tank Davis tells you, I got this list of fighters, right? This list of fighters is Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Lomachenko. Yeah. Well, then I'm going to hold you accountable.
Yeah, he said, I'm trying to get people, get ninjas.
Right. Right. Yeah. And so now Lomachenko ain't available. What this dude, you've been telling us, that he's the face of boxing. And I agree, he's a cash cow. He's one of the faces of the sport of boxing. He's a superstar. He's uber talented. All of these fights are 50-50 fights. It doesn't matter who I favor to win the fight. The fact is, you're not fighting the fights that the fans want to see. But you're charging me the same amount of money. And you're still telling me, oh, I want to fight fighter A. Okay, you told us that Floyd, this is what he told us, that Floyd had a game plan for him not to fight Lomachenko because Lomachenko was in a rush.
Until Floyd got mad and then said, I'm going to try to make that fight.
Right. Do you realize, I want to just open you guys' eyes to something. Do you guys realize, because in the sport of boxing, this is all I do every day. I live it. So do you realize that they have been saying this about Lomachenko since they was at 126 pounds together?
Yeah.
They done went three weight classes and we still ain't seen the fight. They've been in the same weight, 3 different weight classes, and we still can't get the fight.
I feel you. I feel you on that.
They were the 2 best fighters at 126 outside of Gary Russell. They still didn't fight. The 2 best fighters at 130, they didn't fight then. The 2 best fighters at 135, they ain't fighting then. Well, when are you going to fight?
Quick
now
question.
Lomachenko 35, and now we're going to tell the world, well, Lomachenko too old.
It was never Loma duck and smoke. He was competing at a class I don't even think he belonged at.
Right. And but then you tell us this, right? This is my issue, right, Kyle?
Yeah.
is that I cannot allow the false narratives, regardless of who I like. It's irresponsible of me to not tell you this is a false narrative. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand that, and you're right.
Yeah, I can't sit here and tell you that man, I give Tank nothing but credit. I think he's one of the best talents in the world. He's durable. His only shortcoming is his height, right? So, but people will come here, man, Tank too little. He's the same size as Manny Pacquiao.
He just he don't show that footwork in the fights to close that gap. But I get it.
Right,
I get it.
You understand? So
it's nothing new, though.
It's irresponsible of me to come here and tell you that this dude is a world champion, and we praised him for knocking out Mario Barrios. And now you can't knock out. Now you don't want to fight and knock out the dude that you told the world was easy pickings. Like, come on.
Yo, Blue, real quick.
And then you tell the world. See, this is the problem that I have. If the narrative wasn't constantly against, and I have to praise and give Bill Haney and Devin Haney credit because they are doing what we want them to do in the sport of boxing. And nobody wants to give them credit because they rather go with people don't like to live in truth. They like to live in fantasy land. They pick and choose when that narrative is, when that label, it fits you. So Bill, you can't even have a conversation with Tank Davis. You can have a conversation with Devin Haney.
Well, I mean, from a media standpoint, for you, that being accessible means a lot. You know?
Well, not in my case. I'm just talking about from just he has a fan, a guy that's a big fan of his on social media. He just invited him to fight because the dude said, "Why you ain't fighting Devin Haney?" He's telling him he gonna fight him. What are we talking about here?
Tank did that?
Yeah.
Bro, look, Tank's career, he has never chosen to fight the person that is the biggest threat. And I don't expect it. And I've been hip to that for a minute. So I'm not like...
And my thing is this, right? Enough is enough. Like, we have to make a stand and be like, all right, bro. If you say, listen, he's too big, I ain't trying to fight, cool. Let it go. Let it go. I'll let it go.
But it's hard as a boxer with pride to say that.
You're going to knock him out. You knock out heavyweights with 16-ounce gloves on and headgear, and you do all these things. You're Superman. But then when it comes down to take off your glasses, the jacket, and actually go from Clark Kent to Superman, now you're telling me, well, the conditions of the weather got to be proper for me to leave.
You can't expect a fighter to keep it that 100. Like,
no, I do expect them to keep it 100 because you know why? Really? It is a business that we pay for. But you pay your money, I pay my money. Listen like this, right? Like listen to this. This is why I was so upset. And people said, Blue, man, why are you saying this with Earl Spence, right? Because you have people, you don't tell me that this is why in major sports, they have things like the injury report that a team has to report because it's respect to the fans. We deserve that. Don't tell me you're going to go in there, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, and then knowing you got broken ribs, knowing you ain't trained for a month, knowing you can't see out of one eye, but yet you telling me and telling the world, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And people paying $10,000, $20,000 to watch that. And you know you can't perform to that standard.
It's money, bro.
But you know the fights.
But that's what I'm saying. So
he can't pull out that fight. He can't pull out.
No, but guess what? Then I got to hold you accountable. It don't matter how much love I've got for you.
You know what it is though? A lot of those fights, in Tank's case, for example, we don't know. You might know a little better, but they have promoters in their ears, they have advisors in their ears, they have managers in their ears. So, you know, we don't know. Do we know for sure that Tank is the one being like no, or do you think he's being coaxed in 4 or 5 different ways?
And that very well is the case. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna say it could be. That's the case, right, Marco?
Gentlemen, thank you for Blue. Appreciate you dropping the link, and I'm gonna
appreciate you, great brother, and thank you for your contribution.
I appreciate it, man. I'll hop on and chop it up.
Okay, brother. Don't be a stranger. So Marco. So here's the thing, right? Again, it goes back to what I said. So don't tell the people that you are your own boss when you are not. Don't create an illusion to downgrade another fighter and water down another fighter and try to talk down on another fighter and try to create this narrative about another fighter to the fans and have them believe in something you're not.
Yeah, I mean the Ferrari thing or whatever he said. That was, I mean, was that a joke or was he dead serious?
I think he was just hypothetically speaking.
Being like, I'm not interested. They better like, why?
Right. Like, because he started off by saying, you got to do something. You got to give me something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they got to give me 2 Ferraris to my front door because they made me mad. But again, like I said, that's not how you do business with somebody like His Excellency Prince. You know, this man, you know, money is endless. What are you talking about? This dude told us, my health has been declining over the past couple of years. I'm a massive fan of sport of boxing. I don't mind shelling out the money to make these fights happen. He's dead serious. So why are you online mocking him?
Yeah, I don't get that.
That's pointless. Instead of no, you should be reaching out to that man, reaching out to Al. Hey, bro, he's got X, Y, and Z. But you're on social media talking about, man, you better give me some Ferrari. What are we talking about here?
He is in no hurry to make that fight happen for whatever reason, it seems like.
Right. And so this is my thing, right, Marco? This is my thing that I have an issue with. And you know this, and the elders here know this. You know, we got some of the younger brothers, but the elders here know this, right? Marco, Claymore, we lived through a whole era of Floyd Mayweather. So we was in the sport of boxing before Floyd Mayweather. We're gonna be after Floyd Mayweather. You understand? So what's the constant is the sport has to stay above water. And if we don't hold them accountable, it is sinking the ship that we love. Because in 5 years, Tank might not even be fighting.
So when you say hold accountable, what do you mean?
I mean, when they say things, we gotta hold them accountable. You said X, Y, and Z. I expect X, Y, and Z of you, or I gotta reveal to the public you're not staying true to who you are. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a very frustrating time, especially within that lightweight junior welterweight division.
See, I've been in the car. People could say what they want, not to reveal too many things. But I've been in the car with Bill Haney calling fighters, trying to make fights. I was in the car. I was at Bill's house. I was at Devin house. This is all true. You understand? Yeah. So it just gets sickening to continue. Man, Bill must be paying you. He ain't got to pay me because I want to see the best fight the best, and his son is daring to be great. Make it make sense.
You know, the problem is I think we have a lot more egos involved in today's boxing game than we did back in the 80s and 90s. A lot more.
You know what we have, Marco, in the sport of boxing? Then I'm going to let y'all go ahead and cook. You know, I'm sorry for over talking y'all, Claymore. So this is what we have in the sport of boxing today, right? Is social media was created. And when we came, this is why it's so hard for us to adapt to it, right? What's going on without being, bro, like without having an issue with it, is because we came up in the era, it was frowned upon. Marco, Claymore, you guys know this, Dub C, right? You know, it was when Sugar Ray Leonard did that with Marvin Hagler, that was frowned upon. Ain't nobody applaud that. Nobody applauded that nonsense. Everybody was like, hey, bro, Sugar, you doing Marvin wrong, bro. Nobody applauded that. Today's time, if that was to happen, people would be like, yeah, well, he ain't the A side. He don't make no money.
Exactly.
He don't put butts in the seats.
Exactly.
People will justify it.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't justified. When you know this, Marco, you know this, Claymore, and the young brother, y'all know this. When Riddick Bowe did that, that was the worst thing he could have did for his career. Yeah. When he dropped that
belt, all
belt,
upside down.
People was like, oh, man.
You talking when he threw the belt in the trash?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It was
Insanity.
like, bro, you ducking Lennox Lewis, bro. Ain't nobody co-signed that.
Yeah, nobody was like, he's the A side. He could do what he want to do.
Right.
Nobody was saying that nonsense.
Exactly. Nobody was talking about, well, Riddick Bowe is really the A side, and they should be paying Riddick Bowe more money. And nobody was saying none of that nonsense, man. This is why we are the least. Hey, I want you guys to understand. I'm gonna read the super chat now. I'm gonna let y'all go. So I want y'all to understand this. When it sickens me. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel. when I turn on sports, and I'm a huge football fan, I'm a huge AK Crowder on this. I'm a huge Chicago Bulls fan. All my sports teams is deep rooted into who I am from a child. You understand? The sport of boxing is dear and near to me. I live with world champions and didn't respect it. I live with Olympic gold medalists. My grandmother was friends with Muhammad Ali. I lived through this. You understand? And I'm a 49 fan. I go to Chicago and watch the Bulls. I go to San Francisco. I'm true to who I am. I'm a Yankee fan. My kids go to Yankees, Mets games every year. We go to at least 3-4 games. At least. You understand what I'm saying? So when I turn on Sports Center and they don't even remotely think about covering the sport of boxing, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. They will cover, man. I want y'all to understand how wild this is. They cover high school sports over boxing. Just think about that. High school sports over boxing. That's ridiculous.
I mean, the only thing about that partially is boxing is so much less of it out there for us to see, as opposed to seasons that are filled with action. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But check this out, Marco. It's just as many fighters as there is any other athlete.
Right. No, that's true.
So we can create something that we can get a regular season, quote unquote, in boxing.
For sure.
The problem is the lack of commitment. Not from the fighters, because they don't know no better. The lack of commitment comes from the greed at the top.
We did the numbers one time, Blue.
Joe fighters.
You heard me, Blue? We did the numbers one time. How many professional boxers there is? It was a ridiculous number.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, it's in the thousands. So
but that also
we can have a steady stream of fights. You know, even if it's the lower fight, because there's so much talent that we don't know. Right.
There is, but I was going to say there's a lot of fighters, but that also goes into like the majority of them aren't at the level where people will pay to watch.
But
I get what you're saying, though.
But let me tell you this. This is what happens with that. If you give the fans the best fight and the best. Now I just want y'all to follow me now. When you watch college football, they ain't on the same level as the NFL.
Right.
College football is just as big as the NFL. You know why? Because the NFL gives you the best versus the best. So what happens is people are intrigued to see who is the next best.
Who's next? Right.
Right. So they want to be first. Man, I remember watching this kid since he was a freshman at Idaho. The NFL Combine is just as big as anything else to watch college kids run up and down with tights on and do exercise drills to see who is the next. When you look at the NFL draft, right? It's thousands upon thousands of people to see who's going where. And they proud to represent their team. You got a whole section of 49er fan. You got a whole section of Dallas Cowboy fan. You got a whole section of New York Giant fan. A whole section of Jets fan. A whole section for Eagles fan. They all together congregate. Oh! When it's somebody they don't like, they boo, boo. Because you know why, Marco? You are guaranteed to get the best versus the best during the regular season. So the people want to be a part of knowing who's going to be the best before they get to being the best. And the problem that we have is because we don't display the best versus the best often enough, or we don't display the best fighters often enough. 1 time a year, 2 times a year. To get familiar with these fighters, right? Then what happens is people don't draw interest to the lower level because they don't have interest in the high level.
For sure.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Instead of having months and years of conversations of Devin versus Tank, they should have fought already. But instead, we having years, fights, it's taking years for fights to build up. Man, the attention span is shorter than, ain't nobody paying it years? Just think about this. I want y'all to think about this. Let this sink in. Floyd and Manny Pacquiao took so long that a kid actually went to college, graduated from college. Let's say he did 4 years in college and then already made it to the pros before they actually fought. These dudes are supposed to fight when I was in high school. I done went through my whole college career, became an NFL pro, and they still ain't fight. Just let that sink in.
That's wild.
Just let that sink in. I done went through my whole entire college career, became a pro, and you still didn't fight. It's disgusting. And yet we'll have more conversation. Well, this is the A side, and why do he have to take? Because the fans see this. Let me explain this to you, Marco. Look how invested the fans are in just this type of conversation, let alone the fights.
For sure.
They so invested, right, A side? They so invested that they'll talk about things that they ain't got nothing to do with them. Man, he ain't with the PBC. He ain't got to go over there. He ain't got to go to Saudi Arabia.
I know.
What the hell are you talking
I
about?
hear that all the time.
You're a fan of two fighters. Why do you care if it happens on ESPN with Top Rank, if it happens on The Zone with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, if it happens on PBC with Al Heyman? Why do you care as a fan? You don't even know what Al Heyman looks like.
Because I think people who do that are a fan of one specific fighter and they want
Exactly.
to back up whatever the fighter's doing or not doing.
But check this out, though, Marco. The fans are that invested. It just goes to show you that we can have them invested. They are that invested that they will back and protect and justify somebody they've never even seen before.
Mm-hmm.
You Google Al Heyman, it's 3 pictures on social media on Google,
rotating.
Yeah.
Right, the same 3 pictures.
Yeah.
You don't even know if that's him.
It's not confirmed.
But yet people will be like, man, Tank ain't got to go to Saudi Arabia and fight. He ain't. What are you talking about? 2 of the biggest fights in boxing history, the Rumble in the Jungle, the Thrill in Manila, were not on U.S. soil. Now you have non-patriotic people, quote-unquote fans, talking about it needs to be on U.S. soil. Now you're patriotic. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Tom, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub. Nope, my bad. Dropping that. Honest in the super chat for you and A-Side. Kept the grind going. Salute to my brother Tom. Go ahead, A-Side.
Salute.
You can take over and for the people. Claymore wanted to respond to something you were saying.
Well, I mean, respond. Yeah. So, can I talk or?
No, go ahead. I'm trying to see.
Well, somebody in there really just. It was a little while back. Somebody in the chat just when I commented on leaving Tank in Baltimore to go fight flat-footed Mexicans, brought up, Devin fought flat-footed. Regis was flat-footed and just like missed the point of the whole thing I was saying. So let me just elaborate just to say this, right? Today, the fighters in boxing, we see small amount of development in these fighters, right? And what I mean by development, I mean they don't have the grit that the fighters back in the 90s and in the 80s had. They don't have understanding of what it's going to take to be great. They have no concept of that because their promoters are ex-fighters who think that the right way to treat their fighters is to make it to where their fighters don't have to go through what they went through, right? It's like a parent and their child. You know, they have a saying, I might mess it up, but it goes, hard times make what is it? Hard times make strong men. Strong men.
Hard times make strong men. Strong men make easy time. Easy time make weak men. Weak men make hard times.
Exactly. And we're in this chapter right now where strong men have made easy times, and the easy times have produced what we're looking at today. And boxing is seeing hard times because nobody thinks, everybody's entitled, Everybody's looking for that bag. There's no value in championships. There's no value in proving that you're the greatest. It doesn't matter. And
that's
we
why,
as the fans are getting screwed over in such a large way when it comes to this. When you see somebody like Saudi Arabia come through with an understanding of they have a broad understanding of not only do we need to make the biggest fights, we need to invest in the video games, we need to invest in documentaries. They understand that there is a re-education. There's a re-education that's needed for the fans that are casual right now to convert them into traditional boxing fans. And the reason why traditional boxing fans are important because only traditional boxing fans will hold boxers accountable to where boxers will have to fight the fights that they need. As long as there's casual fans running the game, they can get fed McDonald's and cold fries, and they're going to think they're getting a 5-star meal. They don't understand what it feels like to anticipate a fight and not know who's going to win. To really be like, man, this guy can win if he does this. They don't know about that. What they're used to seeing their favorite fighters fighting people who they don't know get knocked out, and they go home. They spend their $80 with no problems.
And that's why when we see
1,000%.
Saudi do what they're doing. Oh, go ahead.
No, Marco. It's just that I didn't give Judah shine, then it's going to be you, and it's going to be well connected. Yeah. So I wanted to give the fellas a chance to go ahead and speak. Marco, just hold that thought 1 second. You'll be right out the shine. All right, perfect. Inside the square circle, my brother Judah, how you feeling, man?
Man, what's going on, brother? Y'all can hear me pretty good?
Oh, man, you're coming through loud and clear, man. Coming through loud and clear. What you got to say about the 2 Ferraris that need to be delivered before you can think about negotiations?
Man, my thing is, I've been saying for a long time, bro. I don't believe Tank Davis want to fight Devin Haney. I know a lot of the brothers up here, you including Blue Blood included. Y'all have a way of giving y'all opinion and remaining respectful. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't. I just say what it is, bro. I don't think Tank Davis want to fight Devin. You got all these people who say, well, this dude got great talent. He a generational talent. He this and he that. That's true, bro. But I mean, all of us been watching boxing for a long time, bro. It's not the first time we've seen somebody who was extremely talented showing the whole world that there is a fighter that makes them very nervous and they don't want no part of them. This is nothing new. So I hate when people act like when you say that, man, Tank Davis don't want to fight Devin Haney because he's not sure he can beat him. They acting like you speaking like a foreign language like that's never been heard before. Man, this dude a great talent. He knocked people out. He not scared of nobody. He a fighter. Like we never seen fighters who didn't want to fight somebody. And I don't want to take up too much time because I got a lot to say, but I want to get this off. I want to make sure I get this off. But what we're seeing right now with Devin Haney is that even at 140, we're seeing a replay of what happened at 135. You have all these fighters that give you every reason why they don't want to fight Devin Haney, while also going to social media and telling you that Devin Haney is nothing. Devin Haney is not special. Nothing is special about him, but they all agree that we don't want to fight him. That's the guy that we don't want to fight. It's the same thing over and over again, bro. But like what the thing is, bro, it's like the crazy. I never seen this before in boxing, bro. Because the thing is, it'd be different if you wasn't saying that he was pillow fisted and he was chinny and he can't avoid the left hand. They tell you every reason why Devin Haney is not a good fighter, then turn around and tell you, I don't want no part of him either. It's crazy, bro.
No, I like the way you put that. You I think you made a fair point. You're saying that you're starting to see a pretty much a foreshadow of what's to come because we're already seeing it in the past. I didn't think about that. That's a great point. You got anything else you want to say, great brother? I know he's waiting for.
Real quick.
No, shoot. Definitely shoot.
Yeah. So at 140, this is what I want to say before I stop. At 140, pay attention at 140 now. You got all these people, these belt holders. Matias is already getting cold feet. The boogeyman is already getting cold feet with Devin Haney. You got Romero, who is a champion, who's already let you know on multiple occasions. He is not he not shy about it. He tell you on multiple occasions, I'm not fighting Devin Haney. You got Teofimo Lopez, who's never been in a hurry to fight Devin Haney. So what they doing is the same thing they did 135. It's like they all coming together. Hey, as long as we don't fight Devin, he can't become undisputed. He can't take my belt if I don't fight him. And the crazy thing is, the best thing that can happen right now, the 2 fights that I'm looking for is Jermaine Ortiz versus Tio and Barroso versus Rolly. I'm thinking that's what we're going to fight. I'm hoping for 2 upsets because I do believe Barroso would fight Devin Haney in the unified, and I believe Jermaine Ortiz would too. So if you're a real fan of boxing, you need to hope for an upset, because if you want to see another unification at 140, that's what's gonna make it happen right there.
Fair play. Sean, what do you got to say, great brother, about the topic?
Man, it was disgusting. Gervonta. My thing is with the whole Ferrari situation, like he acting like a boss babe or something. Like he acting like a girl that got a husband, and nah, you gotta do this before I can do this. Like, what are you like? No, these are your obligations as a certified boxer to the fans of the sport that pay to see you box and pay for this lifestyle that you so get to brag on about. Like, no, like why are we getting every excuse in the world just to see you do what you say you best at? Like, you gotta prove it. You can't just be saying that. And really, like, my thing is the excuses that everybody makes for him. Like, for example, I'm finna name drop too. Boxing Ego made a tweet talking about if Tank is so called doing everything wrong, why is he selling out the most pay-per-views, selling out the livest gates, the highest breaking records and all of this? It's like, bruh, stop with this false narrative feeding people this wrong stuff, like as if we don't know why that's not happening. We know why that's happening. And I'm going to tell you why it's happening. It's happening because Floyd Mayweather was side by side holding his hand, building up every single fight he had. So he got the same Floyd fan base because he's a knockout artist. It's casual. Like, we know the truth. And it's like, why are people making excuses for that? It's really irritating. Like, I don't get it. Why are we allowing this foolishness to go on by our quote unquote face of boxing? Like, Tank is not the face of boxing when it comes to being what the face of boxing should be. Like, he's just not. And I would say it right now. Devin and Boots are the face of boxing of what it should be, and Benavidez and guys like that, Usyk trying to fight the best. I respect those guys. Shakur slipped up one time, but we're gonna get that back in blood though, for sure. But yeah, like, it's just, I'm tired of the excuses for the quote unquote face of boxing. Like, knock it off, please. That's all I gotta say.
Very well put.
Salute, Sean. Salute.
Yeah, you killed that. Man, y'all come with some heat tonight. Claymore, Inside the Square Circle, Sean, Marco. I don't know how you're gonna follow it up, but brother, I'm all for it. What you got for us, Marco?
Oh, I mean, I don't got that much to say. That nothing that hasn't already been regurgitated by all of us. He's just, I do think that.
Well, let me ask you this then, Marco. If that's regurgitated, what you think about Matias coming out? What you think about Matias coming out and saying that he's a bigger draw than Devin? And what's your thoughts on that?
Well, that's just him. That's just him promoting himself. He doesn't really believe that. And if he does believe that, there's something wrong with him, obviously. He's trying to promote himself. Look, Rolly made a whole career out of himself doing the same thing, and look where it got him. Got him big money fights. Got him us talking about him.
Blue, send the link out one last time for the latecomers. Like Hope Nail, Ben was supposed to click the link a long time ago. Salute, Hope. That's my brother.
Yeah, but Matias has the skill to back up his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's not a bigger draw. That's silly, but he's trying to get himself to that level. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Anybody who knows boxing knows it's not true, but it still helps his. The old saying that all promotion is good. No, what is it? All something is good.
All promotion. All publicity.
Publicity. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, all publicity is good publicity. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
A-Side, can I tap in on this topic a little bit?
Yeah,
Shoot.
I gotta say one more too.
No, y'all can shoot Claymore, and then Sean, you can shoot. I generally like to give everybody, you know, how I like to go through it at least one time, give everybody that time, and then if you guys have something you want to speak, it can kind of be more of a flow after that. But I gotta have everybody at least speak one time. So Claymore, you go ahead and shoot, and then Sean, you go ahead and shoot, great brother.
Sure. You know, Matias, you know, being that English is his second language, and if anything, I've seen that as of lately, he's been becoming a little bit more vocal. I think he's getting some instruction from people he might be working with that he needs to start participating in the banter going on in the division a little bit, so he's not left behind. We have to understand that fighters like a Matias or Jerron Boots Ennis, people have also advised Jerron to speak a little bit, but you know, Jerron's going to stay disciplined to who he is. But just saying that when people don't want to fight you because of the risk reward you provide them, that sometimes you have to jump into the Bill Haney bag a little bit, and you might have to troll a little bit and talk a little, you know what I mean, a little ish to stir the pot a little bit to get some attention. But I think the difference between Matias and a lot of other fighters is that I think we understand that he's willing to back that up, right? He's willing to take his consequences in the ring. If you want to make him pay for it, he's willing to stand on
Matias.
Business. Yeah, he's willing. Matias, he's willing to stand on business.
I don't know until he signed the contract. I can't.
Well,
you know what I'm not doing anymore. I'm not going to say anybody is willing to do anything unless they do it now. Now I'm only to say. Now I'm only willing to say what somebody has done as opposed to what they will do.
Yeah,
because
right.
it's
no
in
benefits
sport of
of the
boxing.
doubt.
Yeah.
I think
no benefits of the doubt.
I think there's a consensus over, like, there's an eye test on certain fighters, right? It's a gamble. It's not a guarantee. We can't say for sure what he will or he won't do. But there's fighters that you see the eye test and you're like, this guy right here, he's going to fight. And I think Matias may be selling the energy of, you know, my style of fighting is the face of boxing, is what people want the face of boxing to be. They want to see people like me in the ring before they want to see people like Devin Haney in the ring. That's his opinion. And that's a lot of other people's opinion as well. But once again, when somebody like Matias says that, it's promotion. And I think, you know, boxing fans will allow that and not take it too hard to chest, because they know at the end of the day, he'll back it up. Foolish. He'll back it up. Is he the face of boxing? No. But he's talking his ish right now. He's saying he's like 50. I'm the underground king, and I just ain't been crowned. You heard?
He legitimately has a shot to beat all of them. I'm not saying he will, but he has a great shot. So
knock it off.
I will not knock it off. That's what I think.
Right.
Let me say this.
Knock what off?
Knock it off. Saying he got a chance. He got a shot to beat all of them. That's
why don't he have a shot to beat all of them?
Yeah. He got a bunch of chance. He got the same chance I have. He got the same chance I have to beat Devin Haney. A bunch of chance.
Answer the question. What does he do? What is one thing he does better than all of them? Besides punch, quote unquote, besides quote unquote fake power. Tell me.
You say fake power?
Yeah, besides his little fake power he got, what does he do better than anyone?
I don't know about that, Sean. You know what I'm saying? I think.
What does he do better than anyone, Claymore?
Huh?
What is one thing he does better than any one of those guys?
Any one of who?
Any one of the ones you think he could beat?
I think he means the elite.
What
Are you saying the elite, Sean?
Any one of the ones he think he can beat.
You saying the elite?
Matias. Listen, Matias brings
whoever he thinks Matias can beat. Tell me something he do better than them.
Matias brings a grit and a relentless pressure that can break anybody if they're not prepared to do it.
No. Tell me
grit not enough, bro.
Boxing skills.
Listen, I'm not saying this man is better than anybody. I'm saying,
hey, Sean, I'll answer for Claymore.
No, listen, Sean, listen, right? Listen, I'm not saying he's better. Listen, he's not better than any particular fighter for any particular reason. But his style of fighting and the grit and his chin and in that relentless pressure he brings can provide issues with anybody who's not ready to deal with that. And that there's some people who just bring that X factor where it's not about, oh, he got the best jab or the best. There are people like Marcos McDonough, you know what I'm saying? People like Mayorga, people who came in with a certain amount of pressure that gave anybody issues until they figured it out. Matias is somebody who you can't play with.
Man,
you know that. Why we acting like
what's the name of the dude? What's the name of the dude? Arthur Arthur something from that RJ Ward beat up, and they said he was the boogeyman.
Abram.
He
Arthur
got
Abram.
Yeah, he got all the power in the world, and that's the same
Bro,
dude.
skills pay the bills, bro. Like we watched Provodnikov. This dude was going through wrecking everybody at 147, bro. And then we watched Chris Algieri get in there and get knocked down. And they thought skinny Chris Algieri was about to get beat up because this tough dude with power knocked him down. And we watched Chris Algieri outboxing every round after that. We watched Tim Bradley going in there and beat the same dude who was a boogeyman.
Hey,
Let me finish and y'all can have it. Let me get this off and y'all because I want to make a big point before I'm done. Y'all can have it. But my point is, I understand what y'all saying about intangibles like grit. That's cool, bro. But you can't not sit up there and say, yeah, his grit and his toughness gonna be enough to be elite fighters that have more skills than him. Because I've seen umpteen amount of tough dudes get beat up in the streets and in the boxing ring. Being tough don't win fights.
And you know what was funny that Floyd used to say at the end of every
it's
fight?
not just about him being tough, bro.
Hold on real quick.
Look at how Marcos Maidana fought Floyd Mayweather the first time they fought.
Yeah, and
without a doubt, Floyd
Mayweather
was way more skilled than Marcos, right?
You know what Floyd said after he beat him?
Yep.
You know what he said? Oh, he was a hell of a fighter. Such a tough kid. Just very tough. That's what he said after he beat him. You know that, right?
So
I don't care what he said. I'm talking about the fight.
He had no chance. Zero.
What are you talking about? He rematched him.
All right.
Why did he rematch him?
Let me help you out, Clay. At the end of the day, and I'm not helping you, I'm just saying, I'm going to say this because the question was, what does he bring to the table? What he brings to the table is knockouts. He only has one match. Hold on, let me finish. He only has one match where he actually went the distance, and I think he lost. But at the same time, he is not a boxer. Like, he has no footwork unless he can move, but he has no footwork. When he sits, all he does is just punch. He like digs and flat-footed when he digs to punch. So he's stationary. He does turn well with boxers. He does walk boxers down. So he knows how to cut off the ring. That's another thing he has good. But other than that, he has nothing else. Defensively, he's not sound. He has a lot of flaws. Against a boxer such as Devin Haney or even Tio can really beat him easily. It's very easy for them to beat him, and it doesn't take power. Like, you know what I mean? It just takes skill set and knowing how to box and getting out the way of those hard blows. And I've seen him in the ring with guys that look like they shouldn't even be in 140, and they were absorbing his shot. So he gets lucky. He swings a lot. He's high power. He swings a lot, and yeah, it happens. But he's not.
I think he would probably lose to the top dogs, but he has a chance because he can absorb some of those shots, and he can possibly chop those trees down and get to them.
So okay, so all right. Let me jump in real quick.
Hold on, A-side. He talking about the dude that got dropped.
He's talking about
the dude that got dropped, right? That can absorb punches, but he got dropped.
Matias did get dropped.
And he already lost to a bum. My bad, A-side. He already lost to a bum.
I forgot he got dropped.
Fellas, let me jump in this. We're talking about elite fighters. They're elite for a reason. It's not that they do one thing special. It's that they do all things special, and they're also talented, right? So with Teofimo Lopez, we seen that Josh Taylor just as relentless as anybody else, just bring just as much pressure, and has never been beaten before. You seen Teofimo counter the hell out of him. These guys are counter punchers through and through. When you just tell me that a Matias is going to try to walk somebody down and try to throw a lot of blows at them, what you just told me inadvertently that he's going to have openings for himself for someone that's just as sharp as skill with great footwork and great dexterity.
Absolutely.
To give him angles and make him look really bad. When you're talking about somebody as twitchy as a Teofimo Lopez, as a Devin Haney, whose IQ is extremely sharp, It doesn't matter how hard a guy hits when he needs you to cooperate with him. It doesn't matter how hard a guy hit if his IQ doesn't allow for him to have his ability set you up to walk into those punches. This guy's coming to you. That's what these elite fighters, that's all they need. So what I believe Shine in inside the square circle, and then my brother Ray is saying that it'll look like a complete different fight if somebody do not cooperate with him. I had Regis Prograis coach on here, and he said Regis Prograis hit hard. It was me, it was me and Blue Blood, and he said that Regis Prograis just looked like that with Zorilla. I said, so what is he going to do when he arguably get in there with the most talented boxer in boxing with some of the greatest feet in boxing? What is he going to do? What is that fight going to look like in that situation? He told me he's going to beat him. He's going to knock him out. Okay, you need to tell me how is he going to knock him out? Because exactly what I told Regis coach is exactly what happened in that ring. This is not going to look like the same fight. The intangibles that he have does not work in compatibility with Devin Haney and the likes of Teofimo Lopez.
I agree, and I think that Matias, though, as of yet, as so far has shown that he could be one of those special guys in terms of 20 knockouts, 20 victories. So he could. But you're right. Generally speaking, that would be a bad matchup because he comes forward and takes shots. And I don't see Devin either just standing there in front of him. Devin's a very good boxer. Same thing with Teo. But this guy has serious power, serious punch placement. He knows what he's doing so far. He's proved it. Doesn't matter, so he has the capability, but in my opinion, he probably wouldn't beat them. But I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
Yeah,
he has a puncher's chance. Through and through, he has a puncher's chance. What I'm saying is, go ahead, Claymore.
He has a puncher's chance, right? But nobody, sometimes in these type of conversations, you get painted into a corner to where it sounds like you're trying to say that this guy's either the best in the division or that he's going to beat everybody in the division. And that's not what the point of saying that Matias is a legitimate fighter and one of the biggest threats in 140 pounds. The reason for saying that is because of the intangibles that he brings into the ring. And if you don't have the ability to get over those intangibles, which 20 fighters have already found a hard time, not only weathering the storm, but not getting knocked out, right? So he's shown that he has a tried true approach to boxing that will expose anybody who slips up and is not properly prepared to fight him. He is one of the legitimate factors in 140 pounds. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I mean, to try to paint him like it's not. It's ridiculous.
Here's the thing. So I'm not saying that he's not, right? But when you throw out Matias intangibles, you also have to throw out his competitors' intangibles, right? You also have to when you go ability, you gotta go ability for ability. Who was he doing this against? Was he doing this against boxers that have intangibles that correlate with what it is that he need in order to get the flashy knockouts? You see what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. One of the most dangerous fighters at 140 who bring just as much pressure, probably more pressure, who's a super talented boxer and feet work, is Gary Anton Russell. The reason why I'm just being honest with you. The reason why he's my dark horse is never been because he's a pressure fighter. It's never been because he throw a lot of blows. It's never been because he's a hard hitter. It's because his ability to move and his ability to be twitchy, and he's extremely athletic. Those intangibles with a chin is what frightens me when it comes down to any fight. When it comes to Gary Anton Russell, De Los Santos, it wasn't his ability to hit hard and to take hits. A lot of fighters can do that. Hell, most people that can't fight can go forward, throw a bunch of punches, and take some punches, sock them and bop them. De Los Santos is extremely twitchy. He's extremely fast. He's athletic. So when you talk about the intangibles of Matias, you have to also talk about the intangibles of his potential opponent. If you do not do that, then you're only painting one side of the picture, and it will be omitting certain truths. I'm not omitting certain truths. I'm saying that when you actually put his intangibles versus Devin and Teo intangibles, the intangibles that may work, that tend to work out in the end, tends to fall on the side of the athletic, the person with the better feet, and the person with the better and higher IQ and punch placement.
Can I
So
can I
let me
get
ask
in
a
on this?
question.
Can I get in on
So
this?
we're basically saying that. I just want to ask a question. So we're basically saying that Matias is not a threat in the 140-pound division.
No, I'm
Absolutely.
saying more. I'm saying more likely than not, Devin and Tio is going to beat Matias. Matias will not look like how a lot of people think he looked.
Right. I think I
Can I get in on
agree
this?
with you on that, right? I agree with you that more than likely or not, he will not beat the best dudes in the division, right?
But
Yeah,
doesn't
inside
he got a
square
chance,
circle.
though, right?
Judah, Judah, you next
You
up.
saying
You next
you
up right
saying he
now.
got a
point,
chance,
my,
though, right?
my point being though, as far as a dance partner, right? It takes two to make a fight. As far as a dance partner, as far as a good dance partner that will give you a great fight, Subriel Matias, it might be
I would
the
love
top
to see
dog,
the fight.
if not one of the most top dogs in the division to give that performance for a
I
dance
would
partner.
love. So I'm going to end it with this. I'm going to let my brother
doubt it.
Judah speak. I would love to see that fight, but I think the threat that you're thinking of Matias being in your head, I don't think that threat belongs to him more than it belongs to Gary Anton. I think Gary Anton bring that vision much closer than what Matias can.
Or Richardson Hitchens.
Richardson Hitchens for sure. You know, now Richardson Hitchens is a boxer through and through. He's a pure boxer, not
He's
a
the
pressure
weakest
fighter.
link to
He's
me.
a pure boxer. Pure boxer. That dude can fight.
Matias is the weakest link.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Square. Go ahead, Judah.
Yeah, so Claymore, I think right now what we all just kind of came to the conclusion that we all agree on the same thing. We're not saying that Matias is like this elite fighter, the best of the best, and he walks through everybody. I think we all agree that what you're saying is, but he is good enough to be a threat. So I'm guessing that's where you're coming from. He's good enough to be a threat, right? But it's only realistic. It's only like two fighters I think that he can actually beat comfortably. Like I'm confident to say, you know what, he can win that fight. That's Regis Prograis and that's Rolly Romero. Almost everybody outside of there, he probably loses. And I want to bring up the whole Devin Haney situation because you have a lot of people who believe for some reason that Matias can beat Devin Haney. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen if Matias.
You went out a little bit, Square. You went out, Judah. You can
hear me now.
Yeah, you coming in clear now. You good now.
Yeah, I was saying that what's going to happen if Devin Haney fights Matias, because a lot of people think that, for whatever reason, they think Matias is going to be the one to stop Devin Haney. What you're going to see is with his style coming in and taking shots to try to get shots, Devin Haney won't be there for him. Like after Devin Haney hits him, he won't be there to return fire. And then even when he tries to return fire, he will get hit again. What's power that we saw that Devin Haney got at 140, we really gonna get a chance to see just how hard Devin Haney hits, because he is gonna be able to hit Matias so much throughout that fight. We really gonna see how hard Devin Haney hits. We may see Matias get stopped, but he would damn sure have a bloody face when that fight is over with.
I agree. I agree with Devin.
I strongly, if it was between Devin and Matias, I'd give Devin an 85% chance of winning because there's always that 15% of the knockout. But we're forgetting the fact, like I said, when he's not sitting on punches, Matias has great footwork. He does know how to cut off the ring. That can be trouble for Devin and find, but Devin seems to be very elusive when people are trying to get at his body or go for like haymakers. That's what actually makes him a really great defender. And then the jab and the separation that he keeps, I think, helps him with Matias, especially against somebody like Matias who leaves himself wide open. Now, the problem with Matias is, again, he sits on those punches, and while he's sitting on those punches, he stops moving. He goes flat-footed, and that's cold. That's like cold let me just attack him. Because now you don't have to sit and counter. The guy's going to sit there, and he's going to wait for you to hit him. And then, as you said, Devin's going to spin. He's going to slide. He's going to dip. He's going to move. He's going to parry if he has to, shoulder roll, whatever he has to do to get out of those lanes. Because he's not going to run to the corner and run around the ring. Now, he may slide around the ring, but he's not going to touch the ropes. He's not going to do none of that. He's going to keep it in the middle and make it hard for Matias, because Matias is going to want to back him up into the ropes to make this fight hard so he can get shots and land shots. And that's the only way he has a chance. Other than that, Devin all day, like at the end of the day. I think he has a better shot with Teal, because Teal will allow himself to get caught on the ropes and absorb some shots on that note. But, yeah, again, and as far as Gary, Antoine Russell, the problem with him is he takes a lot of punishment, and I get it because he has no fear. He has a better defense than Matias, but the problem with him is not only does he leave himself open, his reach is really bad for somebody like Devin. Like I don't see him being able to withstand that at all.
What?
Yeah,
What's his reach? What's his reach?
I think Devin's a 74. I think
no. What's Gary's reach?
Hold on. And I think Gary Russell is like around 71 or something like that. I can check for you, but yeah.
No.
What's his
Devin
reach?
is not a 74. Devin is a 72. Devin is a 72.
You guys can recheck that because
Gary Russell's only a 68, and
68.
Devin is
72 or 74.
72.
I might have been off. I thought he was 74, but
no, he's not 74. He's actually like a 71.
71. Okay, because they had listed him as okay.
Hey,
I might have been comparing another boxer at one time, and I thought it was Devin.
Good.
It's okay, but anyway, at the end of the day, he still has a longer reach, and that reach is going to help him sustain that shot. So on somebody like Gary Russell, who's definitely like stays straight and keeps a head movement minimum. That's all. That's really all I got to say. But on those two guys.
Okay. Hey, so Marco, what do you think about Isak, Pitbull Cruz, and the Rolly Romero fight? I didn't get your take on that.
Is that definitely happening?
I mean, that's what they're talking about, right?
I talked to Rolly a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, who's your next fight?" He's like, "I can't tell you just yet." What do I think? I mean,
if that matchup was to come about, what do you think about that fight?
It'll be kind of fun because they're both bangers. Pause. I think I should probably say, but like they both punch. You know what I'm saying? And they both have power, and they're both.
He said they both punch.
Punch hard. And they're both aggressive. They both, Pitbull especially comes forward. So
come on, Marco. Now, don't give me your political answer. Who wins that fight and how, Marco? Let's get to stuff. Who wins the fight? How they win the fight?
I don't know. I really. If I had to pick somebody, I have to pick probably Pitbull. Just pressure.
All right. So how does Pitbull win?
Because see, I don't sleep on Rolly. People laugh at him, think he's a joke, but that kid can punch hard. So if you get caught with one of those shots, Pitbull is going to be in trouble. So I think Pitbull is just
he's coming back, Jackie.
And Rolly also he's so awkward. And I know this from all my years of experience in the ring. Like awkward fighters sometimes can cause problems that you're not even aware of. So, but I guess Pitbull would just pressure him. Would just put too much effective, aggressive pressure on him and probably beat him. I don't know if he'd knock him out or not, but
okay, all right. Who wanna hit at that next? Because I didn't get your opinion, Claymore or Judah, about that. I got Shines on. I believe I got Shines on, but I don't believe I got you guys. What do you guys think about that fight?
I think that it's a good fight, man. I think it's a good fight. I think it's like if you want to see a good fight, I think there's a good potential that it's going to be a good fight, not a quiet match. I think Pitbull's last performance exposed. Who was the guy who he fought last one? Cabrera, what was his name? For Ferrari? What was the guy he fought?
Cabrera. I know you're talking about, Cabrera.
All right, so
Cabrera. Salute my guy, Hood Rich.
Cabrera really exposed some flaws a little bit, right? And what I mean by that is in his ability to control that distance and force Isak to really have to overcommit a little bit, jumping into situations where I feel if he were to jump into those same situations with Rolly Romero, he gives Rolly an opportunity to capitalize. And with the power that Rolly brings, he could stop. He could definitely stop Isak. Isak has short arms. You know what I'm saying? He's a little guy. He'll be coming up from 135 pounds up to 140. Rolly's is more acclimated to the division and to the power. I say don't sleep on Rolly because at the end of the day, I know people look at Rolly like he's a little slow motion, like he got some things going on, but he comes from a martial arts background. That's a very disciplined thing. He was a high level competitor in judo and things of that nature. We don't know what he's been working on in the past 7 to 8 months that he's been sitting out and not competing. We don't know if he's been drinking and kicking it or if he's actually been working on things in the gym. I think if he has a very good jab, his jab is a power jab. It's not a regular like setup jab. It's a power jab. And if he can force Cruz to take risk, to jump in, because he has to get inside. If he can force him to really say, F it, I got to take some risk right now, or I'm not going to win this match, I think he can potentially walk Isak into something real dangerous and stop him.
So yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like I agree with a lot of that, right? But the first thing I want to talk about is this whole pit bull thing, right? So it's this crazy phenomenon when somebody fight Tank Davis and they look halfway good, all of a sudden they become a good fighter. Because from day one, I never saw nothing in Pitbull Cruz, and I still don't. When he fought Cabrera, he looked bad. He looked terrible. At some points, Cabrera was looking like Muhammad Ali in the ring because Pitbull could. So what I want to point out too is that he kind of small. We all know that he kind of small. He want to move up to fight Rolly. I do believe that Rolly. I don't think Rolly too good either, but I do. Rolly got that power. It's proven, and Pitbull gonna be there to be hit all night. And more often than not, bro, if you were stepping in the ring with Rolly Romero and you there to be hit all night and he can hit you, it's a good chance you're not making out that fight, or you're not making out that fight unscathed and with all your faculties. So I don't see a scenario where Pitbull goes up to 140, chases Rolly around the ring, initiates a trade, initiates this trade with him, this trade offer where they banging on each other, and he comes out victorious. I don't see it.
Ray, what you say, man? What you think, great brother?
I mean, Isaac Cruz gonna get that boy some CTE.
Oh, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I don't know. I see exactly what Claymore and Judah saying, King Judah saying, and I also see what Sean is saying. Like, I mean, the walk forward, the high guard, perfect, because his height is perfect for that high guard. It shells him well for shots. It's hard to get the uppercut in on him. It's hard to slip certain shots in through the guard. But he is vulnerable because we see in this last fight that he was getting tagged with hooks and body shots to the left and right. So by him getting those shots, it makes him vulnerable. And being that Rolly is a little bit more durable, because I'm watching even his Rolly's last fight. O'Davies, what's his name? O'Davies or Davies, whatever his name is, O'Hara Davies. Yo, he couldn't take the shot.
Rolly last
Hold
fight?
on. No. I'm saying Barbosa.
Oh, Barbosa
in the first round. When he was slaughtering Rolly. Rolly was absorbing those shots. So that shows me that he can absorb some shots. So I think he hits just as hard as Pitbull, especially Pitbull coming up. And Pitbull has to loop these shots over the top because of his height. And Rolly's almost so I think that makes him more dangerous. And somebody like Rolly who can just get lucky, I guess I would say I have to give luck. If it's a knockout, I have to give it to Rolly. If it goes a distance, I give it to Pitbull. That's the way I see it.
Man,
I know.
Hey,
bro. I have to.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
I have to say,
man,
because it's hard. I don't think people knock him out.
Yo, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead, Sean, because I don't want to.
Nah, y'all breakdowns is very interesting to me because I don't see that fight nowhere near like none of y'all said. Honestly, I see. Everybody always say, all the people that sparred Rolly always say he leave himself wide open. He don't got no good defense. His footwork is terrible. He's uncoordinated. And for somebody like Isaac Cruz, who's very technical and walking forward, keeping his hands up, throwing looping shots, he got some long arms for his little body. And he got enough pop, I feel like, to knock out Rolly or to at least drop him. And he gonna be going up to 140, so he gonna be feeling good. So I don't know. I see it totally different from y'all. That's really y'all don't really like the fight.
That's another thing I thought, Sean. I was thinking that too, Sean. I was thinking that too. I was like, yo, him putting on weight might slow him down too, because he looked like a butterball right now. He don't even look like the same dude that he was at 135. It looks like he's like
Well, let me get this all right quick.
You know what I mean?
To be fair, bro. My assessment of these two, I'm gonna just be all the way honest with y'all. I don't think much of either of them. That's why when y'all talk about these guys
Facts.
with power, these grit guys, you know what I see when I see that, and I get a lot of flack because people know I prefer technical outside fighters. They say, "Oh yeah, you know these brawlers, they can fight too." King Judah, you never give a brawlers a chance. You know what I see when I see a brawler who will take a punch to get a punch? I see somebody that can be beat. He can be beat by anybody. If you're gonna be there to be hit all night, anybody can beat you. So when y'all asking me to break down a fight between two people who gonna sit there and play rock'em sock'em robots, anybody can win. I can't give you a good
Nah,
assessment on who's gonna
Rolly's
win
trying to
because they all
box.
give me.
Rolly's a fake
They
dog.
both
You're
give
Rolly
me.
gonna try to
right.
box.
You're right. You're 100%.
Hey,
Rolly
let me
gonna
tell
try to
you,
box though.
let me tell you something, man. Hey, Claymore, you're on mute. Claymore, you're on mute. Claymore, never mind.
He probably
Hey,
talking to his chat.
yeah, right. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Rolly cannot back up to save his life. Every time, y'all missed that Barossa fight. Rolly cannot back up to save his life. Rolly, man, Barossa had him on them ropes, socking, bopping him all night. Like, the thing about Isaac Cruz know how to cut the ring off very well. If he can cut the ring off against somebody that's like that got as good feet as Tank, he definitely gonna do it against Rolly. Definitely is going to do it against Rolly. Tank has some of the best feet in boxing. Don't care what nobody say. He do. Tank feet work.
That's a fact.
And Isaac Cruz is able to get to him, right?
Ooh.
Not only that, Isaac Cruz is an inside fighter. He makes sure he fights you on the inside. I've never seen Rolly perform well on the inside. Never. Every time somebody got knocked out by Rolly, there was at the end of his punch. And it was awkward. It was thrown weird. He had so much flat on the punch. Like, it just got caught with something crazy. I've never
Wasn't
seen
set
him
up
fight.
at all.
No, at all. I've never seen him fight phenomenal on the inside. Man, Isaac Cruz will hit him with so many overhand lefts and rights. He couldn't know what hit him. I'm telling you, I can't see Rolly winning this fight. Hold on. We got a super chat. I missed one super chat, and then we got this other super chat. Hold on. Okay, so we have our brother Solomon Ebanks. He was in the super chat earlier. He said Haney should be the face of boxing. He's never been to jail, never missed weight, and has achieved more at 25 than anyone else has at that age. Salute to Solomon Ebanks in the building.
Didn't he go to jail? I thought he spent the night in jail.
Well, why would you? When did Devin go to jail?
With the gun charge. He caught the
He
case.
didn't-
Y'all better
no.
start playing your real gangster out here.
He was home the same day.
You had to go sit down for a day, man. Stop playing with them. Devin like that. Yeah.
Okay, so it says Matias, David Benavidez, Jake, Joe Frazier, Nelson, Robert Duran, Dwight, Felix Trinidad, Aaron Pryor, supreme overwhelming pressure. Salute. Philip, you're
Aaron
definitely
Pryor.
right. Salute.
More than
Yeah,
just
he went
pressure.
back. He went
Aaron
back
Pryor
with
is
Aaron
more
Pryor.
than pressure. Way
He
more
can
than
box
pressure.
and will box you for all 12 rounds too.
Way more than
He had an
pressure.
engine. He had an engine on him. Salute, great brother.
And
Hey,
David
man.
Benavidez.
Like I'm saying to you guys, man, dude, like Rolly, I think that Isaac Cruz is going to win that fight because he's just more technically sound than Rolly. He has and I think Rolly's chinny. I don't care what no one say. I think Rolly is probably chinny. I've seen him get dropped in sparring. I've seen him get dropped by Tank, which is a given. And then I've seen him get dropped by Barossa, which is kind of not fair of me because Barossa's a puncher. But I'm going to see if he's chinny, man. I'm going to see if this dude, get caught with something clean, if he's going to go down. So I'm interested in seeing this. I could be a little biased. I could be being biased. You know what I'm saying, Ray?
Listen,
I could
I'm
be
like
being a
you.
little biased.
I really don't care for it, but you
Yeah.
know what? But you know what? It's going to make it interesting for whoever takes the belt from him. Oh, you forgot to say Glenn Johnson too as a pressure fighter.
Oh, did
Man,
I?
this-
Oh, my bad. Great brother.
No,
you said me?
he don't have it. But I'm saying you
Oh,
mentioned
Phillip,
Glenn
Phillip.
Johnson. I throw Glenn
Okay.
Johnson on that list.
Okay. Yeah. So nah, man, that's just what I see from that.
Cool to knock it off. Tank ducking.
He said,
and I'm really not feeling this super chat. I ain't gonna lie. The Matias equals Aaron Pryor is throwing me off. It's so disrespectful to me. I'm sorry.
I mean, but
Aaron Pryor was
Yeah,
different.
he had footwork.
Aaron Pryor was
even
he had it all.
Philip Schindler walked down, but he had footwork too. He can slide and ride. Like,
now, Aaron Pryor was he was the Shakur of the Four King era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had skills. No, he had defense.
He should have been mentioned as one of those kings for sure. He was just in the way past the low.
Yeah, he was just one. Yeah, he didn't go up in time. If he'd have moved up and wait in time, he would have actually been like what 2 years earlier. He would have been there for real.
Even Joe Frazier, I don't know. I'm just not feeling the list. I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry.
Hey, everybody has their opinions, A-side. You gotta give him that.
Yeah.
Man.
Well,
you can't take that away from him. That's how he sees it.
Oh, you talking about me? No, I mean if he sees
No, he talking about Philip Ramey. He talking about the super chat. He talking about the super chat.
I mean, no, if he see it that way, I mean, he absolutely see it that way. I mean, I've never
do about that.
The thing is, man, I don't get mad at what nobody else see. It doesn't mean I got to see it the same.
Kuda, he is in charge of his career. He's the fighter. Whatever the fighter say goes.
I just got back. Where you guys talking?
Anybody to court.
Hey, my brother
to court. If he don't want to do that, he can take him to court. Simple as that.
Hey, you know one thing I love about Hood Rich? He's gonna bet with Tank. Like he's a person that's definitely going to say, "Hey man, if anybody want to bet, I got Tank over everybody."
Tank don't want that work with Shakur.
Okay, all right. So let me ask you, let me ask you, Claymore. Who do you think Tank fight next? Do you think it's the El Rayo fight? Do you think we may get a Frank Martin fight? Like, what do you think is next for Tank? And will his next choice hurt his star power? We can't hear you, Claymore.
All right, you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
All right. Me personally, for Tank's next fight, I'm okay with him fighting. I'm assuming, as a matter of fact, it's going to be a Rayo or somebody tune-up worthy. I don't know if he comes right out of that long, almost year turnaround and fights somebody like a Frank Martin. Maybe he lets the pressure of all the social media get to him, and he does do that. But I'd be okay with a Rayo fight for him. Does it hurt him? I don't think so. It may a little bit, but I don't think real boxing fans are going to be hurt by that, because I think we'll be okay in understanding that he had a year layoff, and we understand that's going to be a tune-up fight. We still want him to fight somebody better. I'll be honest with you. My concerns is I want to see how PBC is going to deal with this money. I want to understand how they're paying these fighters. From what I understand, the Amazon Prime deal is a media deal. Mm-hmm. It's not a deal where they're paying the fighters. At best, they'll be loaning PBC some money that PBC will have to pay back. So a lot of these fights, and they got so many fighters under the PBC banner, getting all these guys to fight and paying them accordingly is going to be interesting to see how they put this together. And that's going to be a big deal and a big difference maker in the fights we're able to see as far as who Tank can fight, because they ultimately got to pay Tank the lion's share of the money every time, and they're going to have to jip a lot of fighters. They just don't have the budget that they did when they were under Showtime, unless they got some other things working out. So I think the fights are going to be intermingling with the amount of money that they can, the budget that they have to pay these fighters. So we'll see. We're in what, end of January going into the beginning of February. They're talking about a card at the end of March. We haven't even heard who Tank is fighting, and we have no idea who's going to even be on the undercard. I think that's weird, but we'll see what happens.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So fellas, we have allegedly and Boots fighting next. How do you guys see that fight going? And let's just say if Mario Barrios was to lose this fight, does that hurt his career? Does he keep going? Should we learn something from Mario Barrios? Because I actually like the way he moving. Mario Barrios didn't win all his fights, but I respect him as a fighter, and I want to see him again. What do you guys think about that?
Barrios and Boots? I mean, I give him credit for stepping up to the challenge. Again, Boots, I think, is holding 147 hostage without belts, like Terence, because he's the boogeyman for real. Like nobody from 140 that can move up is going to move up. I think I actually said this before, or somebody mentioned it, but I know I had this conversation. And nobody in 147 right now wants to fight him. Like he has like maybe 2 guys that will fight him willingly. He's been asked to fight Stanley Onis, be asked to fight Thurman. None of them guys want to step up and fight him. Barrios stood up and said, "Yo, I'll do it," because he wants a shot. And I think if it does come down to being the WBC, then it'll be for the WBC. If not, I mean, maybe he gets it out the way early for the IBF. So if it does come down to the WBC and he gets the belt or fight somebody else for the WBC, he don't have to rematch Boots or whatever, and he can walk away and avoid him in 147 without that belt, making it hard for Boots to unify. But if they do, at least he learned something. He may put on a better performance, but I don't see anybody at 147 really beating Boots right now. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that we don't know about, or we don't hear much about, because there's a fighter everywhere that we just don't know yet. But I've been saying Boots needs to go to 154 so he can get more shots, stay more active, have people that are willing to challenge him. I think that's where he needs to be. I think he'll have a better shot at going to dispute it there, and people ain't going to duck him as much. And then it clears up the money division of 147, and then all these guys start fighting again, and we start seeing the glory of that division. So it's a win-win for both rounds.
You think Bud ducking him?
Do I think Bud is at 154? Bud's playing the hold-up game, but I don't think Bud's ducking him. I don't think they're afraid of each other at all. I just think Bud is just now I just think Bud is at the point where he's about to retire, and why risk it all when he can get a bag and walk away? I don't think he's thinking about losses. I don't think none of that. And if the money's right, he'll take Boots. Trust me. I think he already said that, but I don't see anybody offering him a bag to fight Boots right now. I don't even know who Boots' promoter is. So at the end of the day, and I'm not saying he don't have one, but remember his promoter passed away. Showtime closed doors, so he has no channel. Steven Espinoza was his manager. He has nobody. So I don't know where he's going. He probably does have somebody, but we're in the dark on that too. So if he stays PBC, if he goes Eddie Hearn, if he goes top rank, we don't know that yet. We don't know where he is and where he landed until it's announced. I'm pretty sure there's somebody there. So that also plays a part with him fighting Terence Crawford. That's something to think about.
I mean, what do you guys think about that? Do you think we should write the Prince and ask him to put some money together for that fight? I'm just saying, y'all laughing, but
2 Ferraris.
I'm just saying, hey, a Boots and a Bud fight from the Prince. Hey, man, that may be a good fight.
2 Ferraris in Omaha at the front door of B&B Training Gym. What do you think? He can't get in one, but we got it.
I think that that Saudi is a big topic, man. I think it's a real big topic. I think
that's the new boxing.
I think money right now in the PBC, we have to see how that's finna play out.
That's the real thing.
There's gonna be a lot of fights we want to see. I want to see Boots Ennis fight 3 times this year at least. I want to see fights. PBC has a lot of talent, but these guys ain't fighting for free.
Do you think Saudi can get PBC to act right?
I don't know. I don't know. I think anything is possible when you're talking about Al Heyman, because he's a very business savvy man who's not hot-headed and who's he's meticulous in the way he thinks. So I'm optimistic that Al can figure this out. I think if Saudi's part of the solution, Al might be open to it. But I think until they figure that out, we just got to stand back and watch, man, because they have a lot of fighters, man, under their banner, a lot, man. Man.
Hey, Claymore, you playing? I think we should get 100 of our members, 100 of our subscribers, and we need to write to the Prince about Bud and Boots. I'm just saying, man, it may be a play there.
Oh yeah, that's a definite possibility. Me and Ray were talking about it. There's a potential route to seeing what we want to see in this situation if Boots bets on himself, right? If he bets on himself, leaves the original game plan of unifying 147 and bets on himself and He has that IBF title right now. There's a vacant IBF title right now at 154 pounds. He can, if I'm correct, you know what I'm saying, he should be able to challenge for that belt, whoever's up there, because he's an IBF 147 pounder. If he can get a belt up there immediately, go directly up there and get into a championship fight and collect one of them belts, I think he puts himself in a position to fight, because Terence is going to fight Tim Tszyu. So if Terence loses, obviously that's a horrible thing, but still a fight with Tim Tszyu, unification fight with Jermell Charlo for the 2 belts he's holding. I mean, he might have better undisputed chances at 154 than he does at 147, because once these guys get the belts, there's no guaranteeing that they're going to fight Boots, and they're not going to be mandatories anymore. So they could really just play that game out for the long run, wait for him to get too big for the division, because he's really a 154 pounder, and then start challenging him. It could just get hard for him. And 154, if he bets on himself and just gambles, could be a better look for him.
Clay, you mentioned Tim Tszyu winning. If Bud wins, he gets Bud in a fight. That's what everybody wants to see anyway.
That's what I was saying. If Bud loses, it would suck. But if Bud wins,
that would make
right.
a really good, interesting way of getting that fight going, because it's for unification.
Yep.
Hey, Blue. Hey, Blue. This is what I'm saying.
Peace,
I'm ready
Blue.
to cut. Hey, I'm ready to cut.
What's good, my guy?
Blue.
Yeah, hold on, Asa. Let me get these super chats off.
Yeah, go ahead, G.
Philip Ramey, brother in the super chat, dropping that straight up. Dub. Honest in the super chat. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Laptop getting ready to cut off. I ain't even realizing I charged. He said Matias equal David Benavidez, Jake LaMotta, Joe Frazier, Azuma Nelson, Roberto Duran, Dwight, why I can't never say his name? Dwight.
Spelled his name wrong.
Man, I can't never get his. I can't never. Kwai, Felix Trinidad, Aaron Pryor, supreme overwhelming pressure. Yeah, those fighters are proven to struggle with pure boxers. Every fighter you just named. The only fighter on there that you name that hasn't reached that point yet is David Benavidez. And Aaron Pryor was a pure boxer. But with pure boxers, they all struggle. All of them. Pressure fighters struggle. When you're a pressure fighter that's flat-footed and depend on that power, it don't work out for you in the end. Band up, what up, nephew? Philip Ramey, brother, back in the super chat, dropping a halfer. Dub. Honest in the super chat. We are talking about overwhelming pressure. That is one of the criteria of boxing. He can fight well inside as well. Never said he was a legend. He is formidable. 100.
For sure.
Yeah, he's formidable, but we already saw he fought a guy that was 14 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, with 7 wins by way of knockout. He got dropped and outboxed. That clearly dude didn't have power, not a big puncher, and it was already beaten. Solomon Ebanks, my brother in the super chat. Much love to you, brother. He said 2 black Lamborghinis should do the trick. hey, Solomon facts. You know why? He can wrap them whatever color he wants. Give them to him white, give them to him black. Give him one white, one black. He can wrap it whatever color he wants.
Hey, Blue, this is what I'm saying, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, we keep talking about the Boots and Bud situation. Bud want money on the back end of his fight. Boots want a shot at Bud. You know, everybody want to see that fight. We think it's the most talented fight in boxing, right? Because there's no blueprint to neither one of them. Hey, I was telling my main man Claymore, I said I think we all just need to get 100 subscribers and write to the almighty Prince to see if he can make that fight happen, because that fight will be a barn burner if we was able to get that fight. What you think about that?
Which fight is that? Say it again.
My Boots versus Bud fight. That way both fight. That way both fighters
reach out
get
to
what
His
they
Excellency.
want. Oh, His Excellency, exactly. And tell him
His
that Bud is on the way out. And could you please bless us with this fight?
Hey, could you get? Hey, you know what? We just want. We got one wish. One wish. One wish. Like what's his name?
What was that? No, Mario. I don't know
Ray
who that
J.
was.
Ray J.
Yeah.
Ray J.
Oh, man.
One wish. You know what I'm saying?
That's
We got
right.
one wish.
Yeah, that was Ray J.
Yeah, Ray
When
J.
he
One
performed
wish.
that song, oh
Yeah.
my God.
I like that song too.
Yeah, I like the radio version.
Hey, smash that like button, man. Let's get the likes up to 500. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 500. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring the doorbell before you walk in the house. Let's get the likes up to 500. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Get the likes up. Stop moonlighting. Participate. Jay Lynn, peace of bless, Queen. How you feeling today? Yeah. So ASI, you say y'all saying that. Go ahead. Let's go and petition. Send them a petition.
At least 100 subscribers.
Uh-huh.
Send some letters to Your Excellency so we can get this fight. Bud can get paid. You know what I'm saying? We all can get this fight. We can see if it's really a duck, because I don't think Bud ducking him. I think that, man, he want the biggest fight. That'll be the biggest fight. That'll be a fight with a obscene amount of money. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be the two most talented fighters that we'll be able to, and possibly we'll be able to get 2 or 3 fights, because Bud may beat him one fight, may do a rematch. Boots may beat him another fight. We may get a part 3. You never know,
37
man.
years old.
That could be something, man. Yeah. Man, but that could be 3 fights. That could be his last 3 fights and be big paydays, Blue.
Yeah, but he want to create history.
That is history. He already 2-time undisputed champion.
That ain't history. That's just money.
2-time. I'm saying he's 2-time undisputed champion. He's the first to ever do it. He's locked in.
No, Evander Holyfield's 2-time undisputed champion.
Dang. All right. Well, he 3 division world. Man, I'm just trying to get this fight. Man. I'm trying to get this fight in. I'm trying to get this fight in.
I ain't mad at you.
Jermaine Taylor was too, wasn't he?
I'm not talking about not making the fight itself. I'm saying 2 and 3 fights. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, but I'm saying the 4-belt era. I gotta keep trying to push this goalpost to get this fight. That's
if Terence Crawford win, and he's not rematching him. That ain't happening.
You said Bud when he ain't rematching him?
No,
he on his way out the door, man. He
on his way out. He gonna be 37.
Okay, what if Boots win?
Boots win, he probably will rematch him.
Hey, man.
But Boots got.
What do you think, Blue? What do you think of Boots taking a gamble and like I said a little earlier, challenging for that vacant IBF title at 154?
Nah, I don't want Boots to leave 147. Once he leave, it's gone. And Boots,
I'm not talking about coming back. I'm talking about staying.
That's my thing. Like, I want him to build some sort of a legacy at 147 before he go to 54.
It's a ghost town right now, though, with Boots there.
I want him to fight 3 times this year. So
he got a vacant belt. He ain't win it from the champion. He ain't defend the titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has no legacy at 147.
Right.
None. Like, he don't have not one marquee fight at 147.
Exactly.
What champions did he beat? He beat 2 champions, right? Thomas Delorme and Sergey Lipinets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, that's.
But why hasn't he fought anybody?
Oh, they ain't trying to give him that fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why he should move. I think he should move up.
But the thing is, he's getting ready to put himself in position. Just wait a little bit longer. He's gonna be in position where they're gonna have to fight him. You feel me?
What do you mean they have to?
Like Errol Bud is leaving. You feel me? So Virgil Ortiz, not Virgil Ortiz, Amanda Stanionis, Keith Thurman, those dudes, somebody's gonna have to do something. He may only get one, but just get a legit championship fight.
Oh, so you just want him to get one legit fight, then you're okay with him leaving?
Yeah, just one legit
I agree
championship
with that.
fight.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
just something to say I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I can rock with that.
Yeah. I mean, he got the belt because nobody wanted to fight him. That's crazy, man.
Exactly. Like, okay, so let's say they elevate Stanionis to WBA super champion, which I believe is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now he get to fight Stanionis. It's a unification battle. He beats Stanionis. He's forever unified welterweight champion. Now you go and build your legacy. You did something at 147. You know what I'm saying? You have a mark there. Now you go on and you build yourself 54, 60, 68, whatever he chose to do. But he'll forever be remembered as a champion at 140, a unified champ. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something to say that you was there. You know what I mean? He was there all this time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the situation with Devin. He ended up getting a Lomachenko fight, but you really think about it. Devin only marquee fight is Lomachenko at 35, and he got it right before he left. Now he did make 2 marks because he became undisputed, and then he beat Lomachenko. That's his 2 claim to fame. He left 35. You know what I'm saying? And I want Boost to do something similar. Because in all reality, he really could become undisputed really quickly. You know what I'm saying?
Where, 147?
Yeah, because they're getting ready to, they're gonna elevate Mario Barrios to the WBC champion.
He'll get that fight with Mario. I think he'll get that fight with Mario. My question is
right. So let's say he fight Mario Barrios, right? Mario Barrios is the WBC champion, right? He fights and beats Mario Barrios. That's a unification bout. You fight one more fight, get Stanionis. You got 3 belts. You know what I'm saying? Now you try to get your way to that 3rd belt. If you can't, then you leave.
Hey, Blue, real quick, I gotta head out, great brothers.
No, I'm heading out. We hit the 3 hour mark. I was gonna tell you to
okay.
Anyway. Hold on, let me get the super chat. YG Knight, my brother, YG Mine, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. In your opinion, is a fighter robbing the sport if they take a fight for the payday with legitimate hindering injury? Yeah. 1000%, because you telling the people I'm paying full price based off of what you saying. I'm betting on you because based off of you telling me you healthy when you know you're not healthy. In every other sport, NBA, NFL, right? They have an injury report. That's why they did that. Because the fans stopped supporting. Right? Why you think the NBA came up with that rule? Ho. Remember the NBA, it got to a point where a load management, this player sitting out, that player. Man, I might have flew to LA to watch LeBron James play Kevin Durant, and now neither one of them playing because they gonna rest.
Yeah, right. What was that? The Spurs used to do that all the time.
Yeah, the Spurs, and then so now they like, bro, nah, ain't none of that no more. You understand what I'm saying? The NFL have an injury report every week. Now it's on you. You understand what I'm saying? You if you want to come to this game, I'm telling you, LeBron James not playing. So if you want to come to this game or not, that's on you. But they have enough decency and respect and appreciation for the fans that they do that.
Right.
We still gonna have this game because we have to play the game. But if you come in here to see LeBron James and history, you understand what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be playing. So I'm telling you now. You know what I'm saying? Cool. All right, I'll catch the next one. I'll save my money until he's playing. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? No, salute to my brother, Charles Edward Cheese, my brother in the building. So, you know, in boxing, it ain't cheap, right? So you tell the world you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Okay, I fly over there, I fly to Vegas. I buy tickets for $2,000. One of the brothers said that's what he did. He went from Detroit to Vegas or something like that. That's your flights, the hotel, $2,000. You supporting Errol Spence in this case, right? I'm paying to see Errol Spence. Then I get there, you have this performance. Okay, I'm disappointed. You my favorite fighter. And then I get home, and on top of that, then you tell me 6 months later, man, I had a broken rib. I couldn't see. I couldn't do. Wait, what? I spent my hard-earned money. I could have watched that on TV then, bro.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I could have watched that on TV. So, well, let's get our closing words and get on out of here.
We're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with Claymore, then work our way down. We're gonna work our way down to Sean.
Okay.
You know, it's simple for me. Boxing wins. Boxing first. That's about it. You know what I mean, guys? Boxing first. If boxing's first, boxing wins. If you do it the other way around, we're gonna lose this sport more than we're already losing it. You know what I'm saying?
Time.
That's about it, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, A-Side. Salute to everybody who's in the chat. You know what I mean? It was a good little build. We got to kick back a little bit today.
Salute. Yeah.
Salute.
It was a chill Monday. You know, one of these days in the middle of the week it's gonna be hyped. So
it's gonna go left. We got news coming out. Stuff is happening.
Oh, for sure, man. This the quiet before the storm. So you know.
Oh yeah, it's about that time.
These days because all right, man. As always a pleasure. Claymore.
Yes, sir.
Salute. Inside Square Circle, my brother Judah. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, bro. I just want to say, appreciate y'all for letting me come up, talk a little bit, talk some boxing with y'all, man. And
sure.
So right before I get off, I just want to tell everybody who listening, man, like at the end of the day, you know, boxing is turned into something that we probably haven't seen, you know what I'm saying, a lot of our lives watching this sport, where it's more about, you know, it's a popularity contest more than, you know, who fighting who and who's the better fighter. Because usually, you know, fighting was all about me saying, man, I think my boxer can beat your boxer for this reason and that reason. And we always wanted to see it. But now it's more like, yeah, I think my boxer can beat your boxer, but I don't care if he ever fight your boxer to beat him. I'm still going to say he going to beat him. And I'm going to call you stupid if you don't agree with me. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to say before I get out is everybody listening, man, y'all, well, we got to do better, man. Support the dudes that's out here fighting. Stop supporting your favorite fighter because you like they swag or you like the car they bought. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to some normalcy in boxing, man. You know, so this getting ridiculous. It's 2024, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've been through that all 2023. It's 2024. Let's challenge people to get back to boxing, bro. Like, let's stop praising these fighters for how much money they made off their last fight. I don't care, to be honest with you. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. You know what, King Judah, you know what remind me of, just to put an example to what you just said in a different term. Imagine me saying, right, Tanisha Rodriguez, piece of blessings, queen. Imagine me saying Deion Sanders is the best corner ever, but I don't want to see him match up with Jerry Rice. I don't want to see him match up with Randy Moss. I don't want to see him match up with Terrell Owens. I'm okay with him continuing to match up with Gary Clark, and I'm gonna continue to tell you he the best.
Right. That's exactly what people doing, man. It's like it's getting comical, but I'm kind of looking towards the future of what's gonna happen to boxing. Like I heard you say this before too, Blow. I think you were saying, like, you know, boxing is gonna get lost in the sauce. Like it's gonna be a niche. It's already turned into a niche, but it's gonna get smaller and smaller until it's gonna be very few people that actually watch it. And then what's really gonna happen, Blue, is gonna be a few of us who really trying to talk real boxing, but we gonna be overflowed with people that don't care about the sport, don't like it. They just want to argue about the jacket that their favorite fighter just bought. And why are you stupid if you don't like him? I mean, did you see his jacket? Did you see that jacket? Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Handbag, right?
That's exactly handbag. Exactly. Like this is what it's turned into. I asked everybody this earlier when we first started. Floyd, now make this make sense, people. Floyd said Ryan is one of the faces that it's only three faces in the sport of boxing. He said Tank, Canelo, and Ryan, right? He's one of three faces. Now, two out of the three fought each other, But did they treat Ryan like he was one of the faces of boxing?
Yeah, okay.
So
Right.
if they ain't treat him like he was one, if I'm a face of the sport about, it's only 3 of us. We an anomaly in this sport. It's only 3 of us. And I'm negotiating with one of the 3. And I get treated like not a B, but a C level fighter.
God.
Right. It's almost like Blue. I mean, it's almost like Floyd, like because I guess I get what you're trying to say is like you said that for a reason other than you've really felt that way because it seemed like to me. I'm gonna just say it. You seem like you said that just to throw a wrench into what Devin Haney had going on.
Right.
Because as soon as you knew Devin Haney wasn't fighting no more, you wasn't shooting around like he was the A side you claimed he was when he was stacked up against Devin and they was trying to negotiate a fight. You didn't treat him like an A side at all after that fight fell through. And it's
and
crazy,
that's my whole
bro.
thing, right? Like, right, Judah? It's like, think about this. If you, that's why I put this Mount Rushmore up there, right? If Floyd, right now, all things we know, if it was Floyd, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, and you know, let's say Pernell Whitaker, all 4 the 4 faces of the sport of boxing. If 2 of the 4 fight each other, wouldn't everything be even as far as negotiations? All things will be treated equal. We are one. I'm an anomaly. I'm on this list with you.
Right.
So how you treat, if you put Ryan in a conversation with Canelo and Tank, then he should be treated like that. This dude had a rehydration clause. He had to fight at a catch weight. He didn't get a bigger share of the pie. So what did he bring to the table as a face of the sport of boxing? Nothing.
Right.
It's amazing. But I appreciate you, King Judah.
All right, man. Y'all brothers take it easy.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
All right. Ray, my brother Ray, you always come through dropping bombs, man. How you feeling?
No, appreciate it, ASAP.
For sure, man.
No, I appreciate you guys. Like you guys, and again, I say this all the time. If it wasn't for YouTube, boxing wouldn't be where it is today because I think the real barbershop conversations got a little bit, fanboyish, and you did have some real serious conversations, but not everybody knew what it was. But now we got real boxing fans, including those guys at those barbershops, have a place to come and have these conversations because we didn't have that before. And like I said, we owe that to you guys because you guys are the pedigrees of that. I salute y'all. At the end of the day, boxing does have a home with us. The streaming is going to change the way the game is. Hopefully, it takes away from all the stolen fights or whatever. If it does, they'll find another way to do it. That's what they do. But at the end of the day, hopefully, the streams still count because it's being streamed. But I would like to see boxing back to where it is. And as far as what you were just touching on, Blue, is 100%. Boxers need to just fight. I don't know where Ryan came from on some Mount Rushmore. He might have been on the Mount Rushmore of the Keebler Ellis box, but not mine. Damn sure not. But Floyd's just capping, and he's just doing that. And I have all respect for Floyd, but he just does that because he tries to sell fighters, and he builds them up like that. If he does take on Ryan, you'll see Ryan avoid. He's going to get treated worse than what he was at Oscar at Golden Boy because they're just going to hand feed him like just regular fights that he can easily win to build him up and get his numbers up because he has a fan base. But at the end of the day, that doesn't clear it for me. I don't think none of you guys, because we're real boxing fans and we know where it's going. So at the end of the day, let's get this party started. Let's get these big fights going on 2024. I want to see it happen, and I'm all alive for it. Salute. Thank you.
Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you.
Salute.
Sean, it's on you, nephew. Deanna Dub, what's up, family? DL, what's up? Sean, you sleep?
Hey, Sean. Sean, Sean probably left the phone or something like that. But anyways, hey, I appreciate everyone for rocking out with us tonight. If you rock with us tonight, go ahead and make sure that you smash the like button, smash the like button. And before you leave, guys, please go ahead and click that link. If you like some of the content that I've delivered tonight, smash that link. Show your boy A-Side some love. The link is in the chat. Also, the link is at the top of the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more knockout content that's coming up. I appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Anybody that's on a cell phone or any mobile device of some sort, click the X at the top right-hand side of the stream, then click the thumbs up button until it glows black, then come back into the chat. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. Love you all. Hope you enjoy your night. Peace. Blue, with that, you can take us out.
Great brother Sean and fell asleep on us.
Probably.
Salute to my brother Doc Fit for Life, brother, in the super chat. He said, like it or not, the best fight for Tank is Shakur. And he ain't even trying to fight him either. T-Bugs, what's up?
Oh, of course.
That's the worst part. But y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.